忘れられないの、春風で揺れる花、手を振る君に見えた新しい街のこの寂しさ、いつかは思い出になるはずさ。素晴らしい日々を噛み続けてたんだもう夜になって吐き捨てたつまらない日々も長い夜もいつかは思い出になるはずさ。ずっと隠してたけど、ずっと昔の僕の答えをまた用意して、夢みたいなこの日を千年に一回くらいの日を永遠にしたいこの日々を、そう今も思ってるよ。ずっとこの言葉を、ずっと昔の僕の答えを今用意して、夢みたいなこの日を千年に一回くらいの日を永遠にしたいこの日々を、そう今も思ってるよ。夢みたいな夜の千年に一回くらいの月を永遠にしたいこの夜を、そう今も思ってるよ。忘れられないの、春風で揺れる花、手を振る君に見えた新しい街のこの寂しさ、いつかは思い出になるはずさ。素晴らしい日々を噛み続けてたんだもう夜になって吐き捨てたつまらない日々も長い夜もいつかは思い
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are here for another Stormcast. I got my co-host here, Geronimo. How you doing, man?
Doing great, man. Doing great. Yourself, Sandstorm?
I could be doing better if my team was doing better.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, oof.
yeah,
Nebraska of all places, man.
yeah. Michigan just barely beat them the other week, and I'm sitting here watching them fumble the rock like heavy.
Oof.
And now they're about to take. Oh man, yeah, it's bad. It's 4th and 8, 5 minutes left. It's a work in progress. My team has never been the top team. Well, not a recent. The last time the highest were number 2 back in
Mm.
2014, and I feel
Oh
like
yeah,
we got ripped. But anyway,
it'd be like
yeah,
that.
it'd be like that. So, with that being said, what up, everybody? Thank you for coming through for another Stormcast. Exodia doing his moderator duties.
All right, he out.
Press
He
the
out
jump
here.
in, yeah. He hopped in. What up, Brand Smith? Jazzy in the building. Beep, 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 beep. And Triple M in the building already. Yeah, man. So last week, our icebreaker was a little bit different, right? We
hmm
did comfort games. We're going to do the usual for this one. And then next week, we'll have a little snazzy one. And the week after, we're going to get really snazzy with the Halloween special.
Oh,
Um,
oh yeah.
so, with that being said, what have you been playing lately?
Whew, man. So most of this week was just Donkey Kong Bonanza. I was just kind of like honed in, and I actually finished the game last night.
Okay.
Finally, at last. I mean, I'm not gonna go into spoilers or anything, but really good. The twist, very cool.
Okay.
There is a post game in a sense, kind of like how like when you finish Mario Odyssey, it's like, hey, here's more moons you can get, but in this case, it's the banana gems. But I'm not gonna do that right now. I'm gonna just put it down for a good while. Maybe when I feel the punch repeatedly over and over and over again, I'll come back to it. But yeah, no, it's awesome, man. Donkey Kong's back in the big way, and outside of that, I'm really gonna be probably gonna be chilling on the Switch gaming until Pokemon Legends ZA drops, which is what we'll be kind of talking about tonight.
Mhm.
I'll pretty much just be back on Sonic Racing Crossworlds and Borderlands 4 on PC. So that's pretty much what we rocking for right now.
Okay. Okay.
hmm
Let me see here. Everybody saying what's up.
What up? What
Saying
up? What
what's
up,
good.
chat?
Don't know what they've been playing, so I can jump into mine. While the chat is throwing in what they've been playing lately.
hmm
So me, um, I've been playing a lot of Diablo,
Oh, we
and
back in
actually,
it.
yeah, it's actually it's kind of throwing me off. Not because it's like ridiculously good or anything. It's
hmm
actually more so because um I've moved into this place where I'm like I need to stop playing this game.
Oh
Um
man.
yeah, it's just I like when I start to play something like way too much and it
hmm
takes my attention off of not like parental duties, that'll never happen,
Oh
or
yeah, of
even like
course not.
church duties, that'll never happen. But when it takes my interest or like my focus off of other games that I need to get done or like
hmm
really play,
hmm
it needs to get axed. And
mm
I only speak like that for games that don't have an ending, like Diablo 4. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah,
Like
just never ending game. Just kind of
yeah,
keep it playing over and over and over. Yeah.
yeah. Like as soon as the season's done, I'll have to start all over with a new character and do it all over again. Like there's no real ending to that game. And like as far as like feeling the pleasure of playing the game and all that, yeah, that's cool. That's fun.
hmm
But when it comes to like getting some of these games done, like I need to do that. So
I feel
um
that. Yeah, I definitely feel that.
yeah, so I've actively decided to finally put it down. Um so Fallout 4
Mm.
has jumped back into the mix. again.
Nice.
Not because I haven't beaten it, but because I was getting Fallout vibes. I was,
Yeah, it's
I
spooky
was getting
season. Fallout. I mean, it's not spooky, but
yeah,
it's post-apocalyptic, so it is kind of spooky. And it's a Bethesda game, so they got weird, ugly, bug-like creatures all the time.
So there's that. Hollow Knight is something I want to jump back into because I like fell flat. Like and what's crazy is I fell flat on that game not because I was dying from a boss. It was just like, oh, there's some other games that I still got to work on. And so I like just went from like 100 to like absolute 0. So I've been playing Cyberpunk instead, jumping back into that because I know that I'm not anywhere story-wise. I'm not anywhere close to the ending of the game. I've been doing a lot of side missions, so I'm like, you know what? I need to start going ahead and doing the main missions and stuff like that. My character is not necessarily where I want him to be because there's a few side missions in the game where I need to have a higher ability to get the desired effect, if you will, that I want. And then there was another game in that lineup. Oh, so I picked back up River City Heroes 2. I beat that game a long time ago. And I was just like, you know what? This game actually makes for a pretty decent Halloween title because there's a whole area that involves like, you know, going into the woods and like vampires and all that other stuff.
Well, that's
so,
clean.
like, yeah.
I never did play those games, or even like the River City Girls ones. That I think WayForward made those.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Have not touched those beat 'em ups at all. Honestly, I need to get back. You know what? They dropped. I don't know why they only on PC, but they dropped a demo for the Marvel Cosmic Invasion.
I saw that.
It's literally installed on my PC. I just have not booted up yet, but it looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
And it's made by the same people that made TMNT Shredder's Revenge. There's a lot of things I need to just pick up now. I'm done with Donkey Kong and just kind of just dabble with a bunch of stuff for a couple of weeks.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to get back into more beat 'em up stuff. It's been a little while.
I finally got around to playing Shinobi, so that was kind of like, that was like another.
That's the other one.
Yeah.
There's a lot of games out right now. Man.
Yeah. I finally tried the demo. I didn't get around to actually buying it yet. I know Hades is either coming out or it's already out.
Hades 2 is out, and I almost folded and got that like digital, but I'm gonna wait to get the Switch 2 physical cartridge to go with my Hades 1 Switch physical. I mean, I didn't wait for Hades 1 for Switch. I just got that day one to start playing it. But I know once I start playing that game, I'm gonna be addicted to it, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna touch anything else. And even if Pokemon comes out, I probably won't mess with Pokemon much until I at least get to the full credits for that.
Right.
So that's that, along with like Kirby. I think there's something else in November. Oh no, that and Kirby Air Riders should probably be my November games.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a wait on Hyrule Warriors. Nothing wrong with the game or anything. It's just I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna save that for next year. There's a lot of stuff that costs.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. I do want Hyrule Warriors, but I think that's going to be down the road. I think Metroid was definitely going to be the last of the games that I end up pick up. I have to pick up. You got to pick up Metroid Prime 4. So
yeah, that's pretty much my game for December. Like unless I beat it in like a week, which I don't. 'Cause I play Metroidvanias very slowly. Yeah, I know this. So
there's that. Little Nightmares comes out next week. I'm trying to figure out if I want to pick that up before I go on vacation. So note, unless I haven't asked Geronimo, so this is like a public, like slight public asking, unless Geronimo or Vito wants to run the Sandstorm show, we probably will not have a Sandstorm show episode next week.
Next week?
Yeah, because I'll be out of town. And one of the states that I hate the most.
Foreshadowing. The enemy state. Now.
Yeah, it literally is. It literally is.
Yeah. Okay, I think I'm. If you're talking like sports, I think I know.
Yeah, you know.
All right. Anyway, I'm gonna stop there too. But
Um,
okay. Well, I think I'll be able to host it next Saturday anyway, because I should have plans on Friday, next Friday,
mhm.
that I would usually try and do for Saturday, do earlier in the day. But since I'll be doing that on Friday evening, my Saturday should be good.
Okay.
So yeah. Yeah, I'm just adult life. I'm trying to balance certain things now. I mean,
Geronimo saved y'all. He said no.
that's
He
right.
said,
I'll
no,
keep
don't
the
leave
trick.
us."
Don't leave. Hey, it's gonna be the it's gonna be the Geronimo. It's like when you watch a certain sitcom. It's like on season 2, because
Yeah.
season 1, everyone's got used to the main cast. They might have that one episode that's like the side character is like the main character for it, and you're like, oh, this is different. I'm gonna
Right.
treat it like that, but still keep things how we flowing over here. I'll keep each step going. I'll even bring us in with a prayer best I can.
Oh yeah, appreciate that. Which,
Yeah,
by the
no
way,
problem.
we have not done. So
Yes. Half the reason why I said it. And we'll get to the comments too, because I see it's piling up. So
So, Father God, thank you for allowing us to be here today. Thank you for gathering us. Thank you for watching over us and keeping us protected. And thank you for giving us this opportunity to talk about the things that we love. Thank you for the gaming experiences and the experiences that we get to enjoy. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
amen.
Yeah, man. So those are a few of the games. Like Street Fighter is still something I have to pick back up. I need to stay away from my PC. Is basically how it's gonna go. That's basically the essence of it.
I'm here now. Like I go with waves. Like it depends on what I'm playing.
Mhm.
And then there's like I guess your Diablo 4 is like my Marvel Rivals, which
Yeah.
fortunately all these other games I'm paying actual money for up front are coming out. Like I'll play. I mostly keep that for the weekends off and on when I have nothing else going on. But I'm not
Mhm.
like putting in crazy hours in that, and you shouldn't, because that player base is not good. Also, real quick, Triple M, appreciate the congratulations. I know I was super late on BK Bonanza, but I wanted to get it knocked out finally before the holiday season starts. Love the game. But yeah, that's it. He commented that earlier. I didn't want to leave him hanging, make him like I'm not paying attention to chat.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, there's plenty of stuff. I mean, there's actually another game. This I'll probably have to ask Just Brooks personally. On this one. What up, Jack?
Oh man, Jack in the building.
But I've been holding back and holding off of not Dying by Daylight.
Dying Light,
Dying Light. Thank you.
a new one.
Yeah. I still want to pick it up, but I got to be a grown up. I got to be a parent.
Interestingly enough that you mentioned it, and doubly interestingly enough that Jack is here too. I have a cousin of mine. He's actually been, funny enough, doing his little YouTube stuff on the side too, but he's been focusing more on VR gaming. Like that's his big focus. So he's been playing the new Dying Light, the VR version, and I didn't know there was a VR version. Well, I think the BC has a VR version, and he was saying and I was watching some of it, and it definitely looks like it's them zombies are looking very brolic. Like they looking like they on the 80s snow flake.
Yeah.
They just come at you, and it's like, wait, what? And I don't know if it's because of the viewpoint of the helmet, of the VR helmet, or like the camera or what. But it looks like a fun time, As long as your weapons and stuff got as long as your weapons got ammo.
Yeah.
But,
I'm definitely, because it's getting to that time. It's getting to that time of the season where I'm just like, you know what? These are kind of the slate. This is kind of the slate of games, kind of the mindset that I want to get into as far as playing. I think I even have Eternal Darkness in my nostalgic game just in case I want to jump into. But yeah, I'm when the next time Jess Brooks comes, I'll be on my knees and I'll be like, please have mercy on me, please, baby, please. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, those are the games that I'm playing for now. Let's look in the chat real quick. It looks like J Big said Galaxy, Cyberpunk, Doom 3, the new Doom 3,
Boy.
Chronos, which is the one that I definitely want to pick up, Pac-Man World, and Res 5.
Man,
That's funny. I actually did get the new Pac-Man, but I'll mess with that sometime next week, and I don't know where it is. That's crazy. I thought I had it on the shelf. But anyway, whatever.
RJ said, still playing Trials Through the Sky, first chapter, and Outlier Humor. Got Mario Galaxy Collection, but I'm really in no rush to play that, seeing I played both of those.
okay.
I haven't picked them up. I don't anticipate picking them up, actually, to be honest with you. And if they do get picked up, it was picked up for the kids, like solely.
Gotcha. Okay.
Let's see. RJ said I actually bought Hades 2. I didn't get into the first one, but the sequel is what got me. I had to stop just so I could get back to Trials and Outlier Humor, which is go ahead.
That's not my first time hearing that. So like, as y'all know, I'm going through the first one, and while it's like it's cool, it hasn't caught me. But I've heard other people say the same thing. Like, hey, the first one didn't get me, but the second one did. So
That's
when I watch the
interesting.
reviews, there are differences, right? To where like the characters themselves approach fighting different. You know, you even have situations to where some of the deities will fight either alongside you or just make things more difficult for you. So it seems like it's different in its own right to where it's catching people's attention that didn't like the first one.
Okay.
So that's what like you said, being an adult, it bothers me because I'm like, okay. I go cop it, and most people be like, "Oh, it's just 30." I'm like, if only you knew what I bought before that 30, then.
Do you know what 30 is? Do you understand that's a 3 and a 0?
Yeah.
And the 0 is not in front of the 3. That is mad money.
Yeah, man. Jeez.
Man. All right. So Ib said I started Hades 2, and yeah, it's great. Only played an hour because I know I won't play anything all year else if I started to play it properly.
Gotcha.
I feel that. Let's see. Triple M said that's all right. Geronimo, I left myself hanging out. Oh yeah. Last thing, Ib says too many games to play, especially on Nintendo with Pokemon, Hyrule Prime, Air Riders. We almost need a drought. Yeah, because that's like another thing for me personally too. Is like the as soon as Pokemon comes around, like I'm like Jack, I'm like parenting and like trying to like cognitively think like Pokemon. All right, so Pokemon.
Man.
I got like next paycheck. I got like this paycheck and like next paycheck. Like, next paycheck should be a good paycheck. So if I paycheck my paycheck, then I'll be paychecking. All right. Okay. All right. I think I can answer. You know, like it's a lot, man. But I definitely, but Pokemon is definitely one that I want to pick up because I think I've finished Violet's second DLC a while back. But even after you finish the DLC, there's just like a little something extra even after that part, and I haven't done that part. Now I've given Just Brooks my original Switch, so she's like starting that journey of Pokemon. And so, oh, my fault, Geronimo.
No, you good.
I just muted you because it looked like your bubble was like still making sounds.
Oh yeah, my bad. I was walking around space for a second.
Yeah, so I think as far as that journey, I may be done. I'm kind of curious. I don't know if I'll ever pick up Legends ever again. Legends Arceus. I don't know if I will, to be honest with you. So I think it may be about that time to start moving over all the Pokemon that I want to move. I hesitate to get rid of certain games. Like certain games I have no true loyalty to. Like,
right. I'm saying
I will send that and get my money's worth to put towards something else.
Yep.
But I hesitate with that one because my starter Pokemon is Typhlosion, which is like one of my favorite Pokemon, and it's the ghost form. I don't know if you can take him out of that game, kind of like how you couldn't take Eevee out of the Pokemon Eevee and Pikachu out of the Pokemon Pikachu. Let's go. So yeah, it's been like you know.
I mean, it sounds like you can send Pokemon and you just can't send them out.
Yeah. Oh, put them at home and just let
Yeah,
them.
like you can put
live
them in
out the
ZA,
rest of
but the
their
moment
life.
they're in ZA, they're not coming out of ZA.
Oh man. Yeah, I don't know if I want to do that.
Yeah.
Juice Man Vaughn in the building. He says, "What's up,
JMV.
y'all? I'm playing Hades 2 and it's good. I'm starting to neglect everything else, such as new trials and yeah. See, dang, y'all all sound the same.
Yeah.
This,
That's the
the,
third time.
nope. The wallets ain't safe this holiday. This
It's
fall,
not,
it's
bro.
like I had to make some. Right before you got on, Jack, I had to make the hard decision. Like I'm gonna skip Hyrule Warriors until next year. That's just gonna be the game I skip because I'm gonna be playing Hades 2 and Kirby Air Riders in November, and then early December is Prime 4. So it's like, man,
Yeah,
it's
you
kind
kind
of
of
savage.
one of them games just gotta get let go, and that's well, we'll talk about that later. Actually, no, we'll just talk about it now because
Okay.
it's still relevant. But that's what I keep talking. That's what we keep talking about when it's like when they talk about there's a drought, y'all ain't got no games. But like when we get games,
Yeah,
it be too
Avalanche.
many games.
It's
Like
too many of them, bro.
I'm like, man, I wanted FC. I wanted FC for the Switch too. But
Oh,
like,
yeah, I
Pokemon
forgot
comes
about
out
that.
the week before.
Yeah,
like, how
I
am
saw
I
an ad
supposed
for
to do that?
that. Not ad, a review. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's at the end of October. Can't get it. Then in comes November, and it's like Kirby Air Rise comes out, Hyrule Warriors comes out. Got to think
Mhm.
about Prime because it's at the beginning of December. And it's
Oh
like,
yeah.
Right.
It's like I wish one of these games I just didn't like. Like I need one of
Yeah.
these to be a dud.
Yeah.
I
Like,
wish my
now I don't feel
Nintendo
bad.
tastes were narrow or something. Like if I was just
Something.
a Mario's like the stereotypical Mario, Zelda, Pokemon, and that's it, then that's not bad for the holiday.
Right.
Unless you never played the Mario Galaxy games ever, then that's now. That's early October.
Yep. So, with that being said, Jack, what you been playing lately?
A little too much, to be honest with you.
Mm.
So currently I'm playing Galaxy 2. I think I may have played halfway through or finished one. I'm not entirely sure, so I just didn't pick up one. So I end up just going with 2. So having a blast, bro. Like this is my first time making it past like the first Galaxy with Galaxy 2. So I'm already like World 4 with like 50 plus stars at this point. Like
Nice.
I've been going heavy with this game, and the way it functions, and a lot of people that had issues with the gyro aspect of it, it don't bother me like at all. Even in handheld.
There's a gyro.
moving
For
around.
the like moving the star
Yeah.
icon.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah, you know.
bother me. Like it really doesn't. So I've been having a blast with that. I actually beat the main story of Pac-Man World Repack 2.
Oh,
So I went into well, first things first. Why is that game as difficult as it is?
Oh, it's hard.
it's
Brother.
interesting. So
Like-
that's the second Pac-Man game this year that's like gotcha. Like Shadow Labyrinth, it caught me bad. I thought it was gonna be a light romp. Nope.
It starts
I was
off light. Like
Starts
Pac-Man
off
starts off light. And you're like, okay, cool, I'm making it through. I feel like even with some of the levels, I always just miraculously leave the level with one fruit I can't find. So it was like, whatever,
Alright,
I'll just come back to it. To get like all of the Pac-Man stamps or whatever, I feel like they could have did something a little bit different, because majority of them are like, get all the fruits, then also come back and do like the time trials and get at least bronze, and possibly like never get hit on this, or collect this one thing. So it's never anything outrageous. But it was fun. But once you get to like a certain point, because I heard it in the reviews, and at first I was like, oh, maybe it's like a little bit later down the line, and then I got to a certain level, I'm like, wait a minute, why is this so doggone, like I've died 6 or 7 times, like what is going on?
wow, that's interesting. I heard that this version of the game is like they tweak things compared to the original.
I wouldn't know.
I was reading, I wasn't like spoiling anything, but I was reading some impressions online. Some people were like, oh man, they changed this thing, this boss is different, and I'm like, huh?
Yeah,
'Cause,
so
like, the
this
first-
is brand new for me.
Yeah, it's gonna be all brand new for me too. I'm probably gonna pop it in and and start sometime next week. But it's not like a high priority. It'll just be
Yeah,
something
yeah, I
pick
mean,
up, like
because
after
even
everything
then, even when you do finish it, I did the first level of the post game content.
Mhm.
Man, like,
Yeah.
you thought the ending of the game was hard. Like,
Oh, boy.
goodness gracious! I'm like, I see like the enemies I've been killing the entire time throughout the game. Yes, I see them with like purple goop on them. I see it, but I'm like, maybe I can still just like hit or like do a bounce on the ground to dizzy them out. No, you can't touch them. So it's like, okay, you can't touch any of the enemies. There's majority, like within this first level, majority of the level has poison on the ground. So you have like poison barrels you have to stand on or jump on. Platforms are moving. That level darn near wrecked my brain. So I was like, okay, if this is just like the first level in this
Wow.
post game, that's crazy. So
So it does have a post game. Okay.
yeah, that
That's
post game
good
is
to know
ridiculous.
then. Wow. Shout out
So
to Pac-Man bringing back hard platforming.
brother, like
Shadow
yeah,
Labyrinth, World
Shadow-
Pack 2. Both both $30. Both get the bang for your buck.
for sure.
Oh,
But
man.
yeah, like I said, Mario Galaxy 2. I copped Attack on Titan 2 Final Battle solely because it was on sale and everybody had been raving about it.
Did you get that on the Switch?
Yeah.
Or Switch 2? How's it running on Switch 2?
Fantastic. It's
Okay.
just
Nice.
I got to figure out the movement because the
Okay.
movement is tough. So I'm in the middle of
Yeah.
tutorial and I'm getting wrecked in the tutorial because I just can't figure out how to, maneuver around and then slice the nape of the neck. And so I'll get there with more practice, of course. But so far it's been pretty cool it was a cool $30 and you get the final battle, which I need companies to name their games or the, how can I put it? The special edition to the games a lot better.
Yeah.
So if you go into the Switch eShop, you have Attack on Titan 2,
Mm-hmm.
Attack on Titan 2 Final Battle, and then you have Attack on Titan 2 Deluxe. So I'm like, okay, I know Attack on Titan 2 is not the best one. These other two got to have some extra content. So come to find out, Deluxe is still not the best one because Deluxe just gives you all the costumes, but then Final Battle is the one that gives you season 3 for you, which is the extra content, the extra story that the other two are missing. And I'm like, okay, sure. Like I'm thinking Deluxe is like, you know what I mean? Like Deluxe got everything.
That's the one you want. Yeah. I would
Nah.
probably make that mistake too. That's actually nuts. That game I kind of forgot about it. Because I am an Attack on Titan fan. I've read the manga and everything.
Mhm.
You know why I was not trying to get it? Because I kept thinking, because they released those like after each season, and then they did the fourth season, which was new studio and all that stuff. The production was a bit different, so I just
Mhm.
assumed, okay, they'll eventually release a season 4, everything, the whole arc beginning to end game or whatever.
Right.
No, so
Yeah.
and I remember those Switch ports kind of getting better, like performance-wise, better and better with each release. And
Yeah.
that last one, I was like, okay, eventually I want to try that one out. So
Yeah.
that's
I
good
mean,
to hear. It runs decently well on Switch too.
it was a lot of raving reviews about it, so I made sure I looked for the ones that were the Switch version. And yeah, I mean, everything looks like it runs fine. Granted, I haven't gotten super deep into anything. I think the most Titans I've had on screen at one time is maybe like 6 or 7. And then rightfully so, it slows down because one of the Titans sees me and then they go red, and so all their stuff is heightened, so it slows down on purpose. Yeah, so that's one thing. But other than that, I'm still playing Madden. Shinobi Art of Vengeance, we copped that too. That's been solid. Like that's a solid freaking game, man.
The
Like
demo
that-
was good.
the demo was solid too. Now, the demo misleads you a little bit though. Like the
Oh,
demo's
man.
misleading. Because when we got in the demo, you get like all these different powers off rip, to where you can unlock. No, like you don't see most of those until like a couple of worlds down the line. Like okay, well y'all kind of finagle me a little bit, but it's all good.
right.
Even though it's on my Switch, my son, he ended up copying the Mortal Kombat 1 Chaos Reigns. I think it's like the
Okay.
definitive edition.
Yeah.
So we got that, which it runs really well on the Switch too. It's just sometimes when those cameos jump in, it has its moments. Like if the right attack happens, then yeah, it's gonna get the chugging. Like, it's
Wow.
still
Okay, so still chugging. Okay.
yeah, I just really wish they would just do an update for that. And then also, my son was a little disappointed that Overwatch 2 didn't have an update. I was like, you're not doing Overwatch
Yeah.
3, just update the doggone game.
Yeah, I don't know why they're dragging their behinds on that. Shoot, there was I guess as far as those games, Warframe, they got dev kits finally. I think they're one of the
Mhm.
studios who said like a month ago saying, "Oh, we don't have dev kits yet." And people are like, "Nintendo, what's wrong?" And I was like, "You're never gonna get third party at this rate." And then it was like some show thing. Apparently, they were like, "Oh yeah, we have Switch 2 dev kits now."
Oh,
And
yeah, I
they showed
remember
like
that.
brief gameplay, and it looks solid. It looks really good. So
It does.
yeah, so like, it'll probably be out before the end of the year.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and download that and give it a shot on Switch 2 this time
Yeah, we'll see.
for sure.
But other than that, the last 2 or the last 3 I've been playing is Everybody's Golf Hot Shot. I kind of put that in the same category as Mario Kart World. I'll come in, do a couple of matches, and then go about my business. I finally got the DLC for Kirby. I bought the game solely
Yeah, I
to
didn't
get the
play that.
DLC, and then I held off for a little bit. But I got DLC, which is pretty dope. And then also I'm still playing Link Banner of the Spark. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man.
Okay. Let's see here.
Dre Vito.
Hey, Vito.
What up, Vito?
What up, everybody? What up?
It said I'm kind of glad Borderlands 4 on the Switch got nuked.
Me too.
But to be honest,
Yeah.
Blessing in
Yeah.
disguise, my boy.
It's running fine on my PC, but I haven't gotten to the problem areas yet.
Mhm.
Okay.
Apparently, it's not that's not the first area. It's the second area where the true
Mm.
nightmare stuff happens. Apparently, like that's like
Mhm.
the unoptimized zone. Apparently,
Mm.
I have friends who are like pretty annoyed at that. Actually, unfortunately.
Elvis said he was playing Galaxy 1 and 2 for the first time.
Yeah,
Yep.
So it's a little bit about the control scheme.
we'll get used to it.
Jazzy said, I'm on Digimon Story. Time stream is pretty
I wish I
solid.
could play that
I'd love to
game.
Play it more comfortably on Switch 2, though. That's what I've been waiting for, is the Switch 2 version.
Yeah, I wish I could play that game because
Bandai knows too. They're gonna pull the Bamco Classic.
you know what?
We're gonna see.
Because
it
you know
at the
what would be
Direct
funny
next
though?
year.
What I think will end up happening, and don't shoot me in the comments, but we could potentially have some fantastic alternatives to Nintendo's IPs.
Mhm.
So when we look at Mario Kart World,
Mhm.
while people rant and rave about getting back to that 3-lap like formula that they've used because people are used to what they're used to, Sonic Cross Worlds can fill that void once the Switch 2 version comes out, because the Switch 1 version is whatever.
Yeah.
Service.
But exactly. But when that Switch 2 version come out, if it runs like it needs to run, fantastic. When it comes down to Pokemon, if you are mad at Pokemon or if you feel like it hasn't evolved, I feel like Digimon can be that same thing. So it seems like there's a lot of great substitutes that are popping up if you one don't have a Switch, but then also two, if you like, hey, look, I just want to try something different. There seems to be a lot of games showing up that are on par or close to where you still have a great time with these games.
Mhm.
So
Monster Hunter Stories 3 coming out
that
in
too.
March.
And then with Pac-Man versus Kirby, if you're not into Kirby and you're a Pac-Man person, I mean, it's serviceable. It's definitely one of those games that I say pick up for sure
Yeah.
at a good price too.
Let me see. J-Big said he isn't having problems with the gyro.
Yeah.
So yeah. Vito, what you been playing lately, bro?
Just now, while I was late, I was playing skate, so I was definitely getting into that, building up my little character.
Are you skating in that game?
yeah.
No, I'm serious.
No,
Like,
I'm
are
dead.
you
I know what you
legit-
mean.
Because if I'm playing that game, I'm about to do Superman poses flying around the
It
city.
seems like that's what a lot of people are doing.
Which is, I mean, that's
You start off like your tutorial area is very well.
Power.
But yeah, your tutorial area, you start off like they're teaching you all the stuff, and you get to all that type of stuff. So you're starting off ground level, regular stuff, learn how to ollie, kick flip, and all this other stuff. Then you gradually go up when you start doing the challenges. You go through the city, and you can see other players run past you, that don't mean that you're playing with them. You can do this entirely solo. So, but yeah, like once you get to the advanced, like I think what I just actually stopped doing, I was just about to do my stunt 101 tutorial. So I think that's where the clips that you are seeing, like with people just flying
doing all the extra stuff.
you know, doing like, yeah, that's where that comes in at. So, but yeah, no, you can like straight up skate, like skate regular, or you can do some crazy stuff, and it's definitely pretty good. It's definitely pretty cool. I sent Sandstorm a clip of a dude that you wouldn't think would be playing this type of game, but he was showing like his little reels and stuff like that, because it actually has where you can record your little runs and stuff like that. And dude was like, he was really getting into it. I was like, oh, okay, nah. He was like, I want to skate realistically. He was like jumping off of such and such. So he did a little reel where he was actually really skating. Like, I was like, okay, cool. Like, you know the culture, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I really care about. If you could skate, do the real skate stuff, because I feel like I'd be doing next to nothing with that, all that flying and like that ain't skate, man. But I know that's where like at Skate 3, that was kind of what they were leaning into anyway, with the whole breaking the bones and all that other stuff. And,
Yeah.
you know, we thought that was funny back in the day, but like now it's just like, okay.
And you know, like when you slam like real hard, right? And you like get jacked up, they explain like of course you can get back up or whatever like that, but they explain to you that it was like, yeah, scientists they explain.
Yeah, it's stupid.
You know, you know what I'm saying? So
thanks to Blamco or whatever it is. You're like,
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's pretty fun right now. Bleach, Rebirth of Souls. I've been messing around with that. That's definitely a dope, solid game, fighting game or whatever. Has its own little rules and mechanics to like fighting and stuff like that. It kind of separates it from other anime games and stuff. So you know what I'm saying? It's definitely pretty cool. What I don't like is the story mode.
Okay.
Because it does that weird, awkward video game pausing and be like, hey,
Yeah.
Gotcha.
and then the characters kind of stand there and then you go to the next dialogue, and then I'm like,
yeah, just make it
and on top
natural.
of that,
As Gen Z says, it's cringe, bro.
Yeah.
then like, I really hate the fact that the story mode, it literally tells you the story. It's like you're actually going through these episodes, and it's like you're getting to the point where you like, okay, so you know how like in the episodes they do that dialogue and it's like literally like 10 to 15 minutes of just them talking about, yeah, if we do this and da-da-da, oh yeah, if you go to it does that. And I'm like, you can skip it, but I'm like, I shouldn't be able to skip. One time, one of those dialogues was the whole little episode level thing. And I was like, are you serious? I didn't even fight.
Oh wow.
I
Okay.
was like, I'm like, yeah, it kind of gets a little bit irritating. But I mean, it's the story, so I mean, it's not the fighting. Like, if I just want to fight, I can just go over to the arcade mode or whatever like that. So, but yeah, like once you get into that, like your Bunkai, your Sapato, all that other stuff, like you choose all that stuff. Like it's dope as heck. It's dope as heck. So, definitely something to kind of like mess around with when it's like low price or something like that. Which I caught it for like $40.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think that deal is still on Steam.
It's good.
Yeah. So, other than that, I think that's about it that I can think of right offhand. Okay. College football, I do dabble in it. That's just something that's like, it's Saturday. I might play a few games of that. But other than that, I think I kind of slowed up on Cyberpunk. I think there's something I wanted to do on there, and then like when I went back to go do it, evidently I didn't save it. I was up there like basically like just putting my PlayStation on rest mode. So basically, what I did
Mhm.
before ain't there, and it just picks up from where the save point is. And I'm like, dude, I was in the middle of something. I was trying to get something. I forgot what it was because I got a hint that there was like a rare. I want to say it was a rare car that I was trying to get. That I was like, oh, I definitely need to get it. And now I'm like way back in the city when it was like way in the desert or something like that. It's crazy. But yeah, I kind of like let me pump the brakes on Cyberpunk, and then I'll pick that up later on. I'm actually amping up to actually get back into Harry Potter.
It's that time of the year.
Season.
I thought about
It's that
booting it
season
up.
for it.
Yeah.
Yep. So I think I might start it off with the Quidditch if those servers are still up.
Okay.
I still have it. So I might mess around with that first, kind of just get back into the school pride thing or whatever like that, and then I might go into Hogwarts Legacy, play that, stuff like that. It's just, and then start getting into my my Chronos, because I did buy it and I didn't start it up yet. I'm kind of nervous.
Oh,
You know?
hey, look, come join it with me, bro. I ain't touching it. Hey,
Yeah,
embrace
I
it.
don't be playing horror games, man. That's
Mm-mm.
Dang,
Not
am I
bad.
really the only one like that?
Vicky,
yeah.
No, you ain't the only one. It's just I just don't feel like I'm ready just yet. You know what I'm saying? I got to get in the mode. Like I got to be real creeped out, like ready to get creepy and stuff. So I definitely have my list of horror games that I'm ready to like start up that I've already bought and stuff like that. I'm just kind of all right. I gotta be ready. I gotta get my mind right because they're gonna have some jump scares in here.
Yeah.
It's gonna be stupid. So yeah, I definitely gotta get my mind right on that. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm playing and what I'm about to start playing.
Okay. All right.
Oh, and
Oh, yeah,
Pokemon.
yeah,
Oh, yeah, I can't wait for that, bro.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
excited,
same.
man.
I got
Look,
pre-ordered.
listen. We need a Sandstorm squad. You know what I'm saying?
we really
Like,
do.
When that
Hey, I'll
when
be
that time
there.
come around. Hey, flock that Pidgeotto noise.
Hey, I heard the Digimon game. I heard like they kind of have it where, like the trainer or whatever, the master or whatever, they can go around and start fighting too. Like
I don't know. I got to see that game, bro, because every time I hear somebody talk about it, I'm like, yo, I need to get the Digimon game.
Actually,
Yeah,
I
Thunderstash.
have Mandy Lee's stream up on the side. I'm just glancing at it while we talking.
I think Thunderstash had like a little review or something on it. So if you guys have time, definitely check out Stash's review or a short at least.
Yeah.
So with that being said,
I just want to go around in the Pokemon world and just like I see you and then I just throw a ball.
Oh, you can do that.
I'm gonna catch
The
you.
game is, you can do that, but the game is called Power.
There you go.
I'm not kidding. You can do that in Power. You can do that in Power.
did you just hit me with a ball?
Like, you trying to be funny?
I ain't no dang Pokemon. Stop throwing Pokeballs at me.
I can't tell.
You look like one.
Damn.
Like an animal.
You wanna start
He's trying to resist. He keeps getting out of the Pokeball. Attack him again.
That would be crazy if trainers could get caught by Pokeballs by accident. That'd be wild.
Oh, that would be
Did you
hilarious.
just put me in a Pokemon? Pokemon? Yeah, what's
That
up?
would be nuts.
And
Like
it's a
plot
master ball,
line.
so you're not getting out.
Right, and you ain't getting out. And as a matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and put you in one of the boxes.
No, one of the boxes.
Cuz, not the box.
Rename the box name Humans. Like, oh.
Not the box, cuz.
I said Dorkley has some stuff like that to where this boy called his dad and sent him to the Pokemon Center and it cured his cancer. I was like, this, like, boy, this is some of the wildest stuff you'll see.
I mean, look. I mean, that's working within the confines of the
I
Pokemon
it
world.
think-
really is.
Was that the one with Chansey?
That was the one that they had the Golden Bidoof,
Oh, okay.
Okay. When
Okay.
he destroyed the whole world.
Yeah, I seen one of them with Chansey, where Chansey had like a regular person voice in the background. He tried to say the Charmander or something like that, and the Charmander was all beat up, and he couldn't save him, and so he had to go out and capture another Charmander, and then he brought it back like, "Doop, doop, doo, doo, doo. Here's your Charmander." He's like, "Why is my Charmander a girl?" They always switch when they come back here.
Hacks.
Dorothy is
That's
Wild.
funny.
So with that being said, if you guys have any other games that you're playing in currently or in the future that you're looking to pick up, make sure to go ahead and throw it in the comment section, and we'll shout them out. You know what? I just noticed that Man Cave thing was back there, and I'm the one who put it up there, but I forgot I put it up there.
Oh snap!
Yeah, you know, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Hey, put it in a different angle though, so we can get a nice little, you know what I'm saying, look at it. 'Cause that looks
Okay,
like I might get
I got you. I got you for the. I can't go grab it now, but I definitely will. Oh, for the future cast.
Mhm.
for sure.
With that being said, so we have somebody who has been around with us for a little while now, in the Nintendo world, as Nintendo's latest. He was Nintendo's latest president, right? Of America.
Yep.
That being Doug Bowser. He succeeded Reggie Fils-Aimé as the Nintendo president, and he's been in that position for 6 years, it looks like. So if we go from now 6 years back, 2019. So he
Right before
jumped
COVID.
in like right after COVID, yeah.
Right before COVID happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he is now officially retiring, and kind of just wanted to look back on the legacy that he had, because these past 6 years, he didn't jump in with the Switch, the Nintendo Switch, as it dropped, but he kind of carried on how we got to handle the Nintendo Switch up until the point that he was gone.
Right.
So with that being said, what are some of the greatest moments that you had in the past 6 years with Nintendo?
Oh, interesting. Okay. Say in the past 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
From 2019 to 2025.
like- Oh, go ahead.
I would say honestly, it not only is it the best, but it was also like relieving in a way, because if anybody knows, Florida, we got a hurricane season, and sometimes it can be very nasty, and sometimes it can be just cool. Like it'll knock some power out, but it ain't gonna do anything crazy. But then there's times where it's gonna take power out for a couple of weeks, and it's gonna take some buildings and some trees with it. But going through that 6 years with my Switch, it was always clutch.
Yeah.
You know, because they had games that didn't require you to be online. As long as you had a charge, in which, you know, in this day and age, you can just take it to your car and charge up. I was able to play games. You know, at the time, my Xbox, my PlayStation couldn't get any spins, because you had to have it plugged up to a TV and everything else with electricity. So you were kind of out of luck. So with that, and, you know, also having ways to entertain my kids as well, you know, it was always like the go-to as far as gaming was concerned. Now, of course, you know, we like to play certain third-party games that Nintendo didn't have at the time, or either they just didn't run great at the time. So they would always get their play, but Switch was always clutch, you know, and kind of playing and getting that change of pace or changing of how we play games, kind of getting back into it. So as far as those 6 years are concerned, I don't know if he had anything to do with it. And that was my one thing too, of like, I don't know what this man did. Like, so for people like, oh, good riddance, I'm like, what did he do? Like, I don't think most people know exactly what this man did. So if he had any contribution into some of the games or anything we got, I thank him for it. But in reality, I meant the 6 years, the Switch was amazing. I'm just glad that we had the Switch too, because I mean, honestly, I've put in a lot of time since this thing has dropped. And you know, if he had anything to do with that as well, I appreciate that. Of just upgrading it. You know, we didn't need a big change with this thing. So yeah, I mean, that's been my 6 years. But yeah, the Switch has been my main console since then, and now it's my only console now because I gave the other two up. So yeah, we're good now.
Oh, too
The
good.
Series X and the PS5.
Oh, you gave him up?
Yeah, like I said, the last time I copped the PS5 was to get Astrobot. Got Astrobot, and then I went through and I beat Ghost. And once I finished those two, I was like, okay, there's no reason for me to hold on to it. And Xbox was, for the most part, my Game Pass machine. And I was like, okay, it's kind of like one of those things of having way too many options. So now you got like a gang of games downloaded, but you're not playing any of them. So it's like, so you just we end up canceling all the stuff and end up selling. And that's how I got my Switch 2 so low. I got it for, I think I spent probably like $100 on the Switch, and that's counting all the accessories, everything else that I had going with it, because GameStop had a nasty trade-in deal for the Series X. Like it was close to the retail price, and I was like, yeah, I got to take advantage of this.
That's perfect, literally perfect timing. The stars aligned. That literally, yeah, that sounds like, man, that sounds fantastic.
But yeah, that's been my 6 years, man.
So yeah, like RJ said, I was just looking over this. It says that he oversaw the promotion for the Nintendo Switch in North America, expansion of the parks, theme parks, and the films. So you know, Mario movie has to deal with him and all that, and the selling and marketing parts of the selling and marketing strategies. So, like thinking about that for me personally, some of those more memorable moments, right? He didn't have the initial promotion for the Switch, which I think was huge, right? Of like just having adults and the trailers and the commercials and stuff like that. They had Imagine Dragons for the second one. That was pretty big. That song was huge at the time. But even after that, like even when he came into power, per se, they still focused on that adult. It wasn't until like later did they start adding children again, but it was mostly the focus on adults. And I think even when he was leading during that time, if you talk about 2019, like 2017 was a great year because we got the Switch. That was a huge lineup. 2018 was a really big lineup. I think 2019 kind of set us up a little bit. 2020 was okay. 20, yeah. And 21 was when Horizons came out, right? Or no, New Leaf.
New Leaf came in 21, yeah.
Yeah. So, Animal Crossing. So I think as far as like promotions and stuff like that, it's been like the Switch during that time was like really consistent, at least here in America. That one was that. I think he did a great job as far as promotion, and I think he did a really smart job too, if you really think about it. For during those COVID times, right? So it's not like he was like, all right, we need Animal Crossing in 21. So I'm telling Nintendo this. I'm not telling Nintendo of Japan this. I don't think that's the case. But I do think how they marketed in America, like, is really how they got that big push.
Yeah.
JMV said, yeah, I think Switch 2 is good enough to be your only option if you want it to be. Yeah, honestly it is.
Yeah.
So I think in those past 6 years, like looking at that, those are some huge things. For me personally, Jack talked about like the experiences of like having a Switch. I think during that time, we were on lockdown, like he said, and so there was a lot of times where, like, having that Switch, and being able to play certain games that you wouldn't have been able to play like
Mhm.
normally. I think that really expanded. People started getting online a whole lot more.
Mhm.
Um, and this was during a time during like the PS4 was still around for me.
It
I,
still is.
very
Oh
true.
yeah, it just got Marvel Rivals. I mean, hey, look.
And I think having those games like the party games that you
Yeah.
know like family members that you trust that are
Right.
Mhm.
okay, like they can still come through and still enjoy the gaming. And even coming out of uh, the COVID times, being able to get back on the plane, like that was, I think, the first 2 years of like having the Switch. It was like, oh, okay, like I got my Zelda and stuff like that. That's cool.
Right.
But then when you get on the plane and you got a plethora of games, you know what I'm saying? It feels like that feeling when you walk into the hotel. I know we've talked about this before, but that feeling when you walk into the hotel and you see the N64 controller and you like,
Right.
Oh yeah.
oh, but if this don't cost me, I may play a little. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
um, and just throwing on your headset and just like zoning out to any game that you want to play, and not, and then it just feels like the rest of the world is just like not there. It's just you in the
Yeah.
game. So, um, I haven't had the opportunity to go to one of the theme parks while Nintendo has been there.
I'll
Only
be holding off till the price come down.
listen. So,
Right.
Big facts.
listen. But but I do think everything that we have been getting and the marketing that he has put in up to this point has like really set Nintendo aside in a certain special way, right? So like because the Mario movie was successful, we got a Zelda movie
Yep.
coming. We got Mario Galaxy movie coming. Um, so there's a lot of things that he's set up for us for the years to come.
Mhm. Yeah.
So, Geronimo, what about you, man?
Honestly, this might be a hot take in a sense, but I'm just glad he was just kind of behind the scenes and just keeping the shit moving.
There you
Mm-hmm.
go.
Like
Yeah.
I know those of us, online and everything, we kind of romanticize that kind of fun, direct era of like antics, which was cool. I enjoyed that too. Like with
Mm-hmm.
Reggie Fils-Aimé, Satoru Iwata, rest in peace, of course. That stuff. Pretty much like a decade or so ago, roughly. And that was
Mhm.
fun and all. And we know Reggie. We know how his personality is. He's more like He's more like an upfront, in person, kind of elbow like car salesman type of a personality
Mhm.
type
Mm-hmm.
person. Which
Mm-hmm.
Doug Bowser is not that type of person. He played to his strengths, which is just his expertise in marketing and localization and everything, and he just let everyone else do their thing.
Yeah.
And as we saw with the rest of the Switch generation, and even going into these first several months of the Switch 2, it's been smooth sailing for the most part. Some
Mhm.
little, we had some little quibbles here and there with like understanding, like marketing or pricing this and the other. But for
Mhm.
those of us that cared to learn about that, has been smoothed over. So I
Mhm.
think I like that he was kind of behind the scenes, and it wasn't trying to be a Reggie Fils-Aimé too. Like
Right.
I like how we did get our formal introduction of him, and I think that what was it, that 2019
Mm-hmm.
direct. I think it was the E3, or I guess 2019 or whatever. When they did the joke thing with actual Bowser wearing a tie, and he
Yeah.
walked in. He's like, "Oh, this direct only is enough for one Bowser," and it's like, "Oh, there he is. He's the guy. That's his name." And they just left it. They didn't redo the joke or have him come up and in front of Koizumi or Takahashi or all of them ever again. He did his thing. Um, I think the other thing, and y'all could correct me if I'm wrong, especially in chat if y'all know too. But I want to say he might have been the person that not allowed, but like kind of had EA get a number of games ported over to Switch around that time. Like we got
Mhm.
Apex Legends, which I didn't know at that point that apparently Apex is very popular in Japan for a shooting game.
Really?
Yes, it is. Yeah, and there's a couple of Twitch streamers who, well, they'll play Apex, and it's it's all their language and everything, and they'd be having like thousands of people in there, and I'd be like, oh, okay. I've seen
Okay.
a reference in some anime, just like I'm playing Apex on my Switch, and I'm like,
That's crazy.
yeah,
Nobody
yeah.
gets that one, boy.
Right, like
right.
that's how I knew. Like when you see stuff referencing like their pop culture, it's like okay, yeah,
Yeah.
it checks out. And then what was the other things that came out from EA as well? I think like It Takes Two. Technically, they published it. And there's some others I'm kind of blanking on at the moment. I have to go through a list, but there's like 4 or 5 key EA games. Oh, I think no, that's Overwatch is Activision. I'm sorry,
Mhm.
but yeah, there was like a key number of games that came out, and I think because he might have had some decent connections with people over there, I think
Okay.
those were paramount for that. But other than that, yeah, I just he kept the lights on, kept the folks in NOA fed for the most part, and yeah, he did what he needed to do. Like sometimes it's good to have a no nonsense, type of president, just keeping things rolling.
Yeah.
Right.
And oh wait, hold on, what's in chat? And Doug Bowser accepted Bayonetta 3 winning action game of the year, Keeley Show. That's very important. That's right. Shout out to Bayonetta 3. I'm like the only person that talks very highly about that. But yeah, but yeah. Other than that, I've said enough. Yeah, he was cool. Looking forward to new leadership and what that entails.
Yeah.
All right, Vito.
Okay.
What is your memorable time of the last 6 years with Nintendo?
I'm not sure. To be honest, I'm just one of these ones that just has all 3 systems, and basically that serves as my portable
Mhm.
system. So like when my grandma. All right, so remember how I said last week or whatever when we talked about comfort games and stuff like that? I think I also want to put into that category of comfort games, basically games that kind of took me away from the world that was like around me, that was like kind of sad. So my grandma was going through something where she was in the hospital, and I'll go up there, like the family took turns going up there, checking on her, being there with her, making sure that the nurses are doing what
Yeah.
they're supposed to be doing. And guess who was with me the whole time? Switch. So, at that time, I think I had Zelda. So that was definitely being played just to kind of like ease my mind or take my mind off of the terrible thing that's going
Yeah.
on right now. So you know what I'm saying? Like basically, I guess roaming that world of Hyrule, and then you know what I'm saying, having so many things to do and play and this and the third. I think while I was in that hospital, I think that's when I like the way I guess I was going on the story. It was kind of weird, but I end up somehow jumping from the sky onto Zelda, the dragon
okay.
Zelda, right? And I was just like, just riding on it, but it was cool because I was like, what kind of dragon is this? Because I kept seeing it, and I was like, at the time I didn't know the story. I didn't do the
Oh, the memory things.
The
the
tears.
sky,
Yeah.
the memory
Yeah.
joints, the tears. Yeah. So, like, at that time, I wasn't doing all the tears. And so I was like, I wonder what this one does. What element is this? Because I was like, this ain't no element I know of. So I'm just like, all right, cool. I'm just going to ride until I get to a certain point, and I'm just going to jump from here. And but anyway, that was fun. It took me away. You know what I'm saying?
You was on the Luck Dragon. Shout outs to Never End the Story. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, man. Oh god, yeah. What was his name? Oh, it wasn't Falcor, was it?
Yeah.
Was it Falcor?
Yeah.
Okay. Falcor and the Tree. That's crazy. Memory unlocked. I haven't seen that movie since I was a child. Good lord. It was kind of dark. Yeah.
But yeah, so like just stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Coming in the clutch when I'm having like some depressed times or something like that. It just served as something to kind of take my mind off of it. Another thing was getting involved with the Splatoon.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying, really just seeing how much people love this game and how many people are like actually playing at once, and how many times you can team up with the same person, you get their little tag or whatever, or their ID or whatever, and you know, like, hey, hook up with me on this one. Everybody go on this match. All right, cool. And then we go in there and mop the floor with everybody. That is pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? I like that. It reminds me of like NBA 2K. You know what I'm saying? Doing something like that on there, or any other game. You know what I'm saying? Where you connect with people and stuff like that. So just to have that on a portable sense.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And be able to do that wherever I go. I don't have to log around like take this big old PlayStation 5 with me somewhere. And because I got the OG.
Okay.
Oh, the big corn star.
Big boy.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely not being just taken everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So just to have, you know, something I can take with me and just kind of like, I guess, help me or feel my dopamine of gaming. You know what I'm saying? It just served as a good way out of things, or a good comfort, just in anything. You know what I'm saying? Because I think gaming, period, just is a comfort, just period. You know, it don't matter what it is. That Bayonetta 3, that took me out of a lot of depressing times. You know what I'm saying? I actually broke up with my girlfriend, and at that time I was up there like just kind of going through it, and basically Bayonetta was one of those games, those beat up games. I was sit up here, and you know what's crazy? I had all the rest of I had my PlayStation 5 and I had my Xbox, but I would play my Switch and, you know what I'm saying, play with Bayonetta and just feel like I'm beating up something. You know what I'm saying?
I'll do it.
You know,
it was
it's
just
funny because Bill was like, "Forget your girlfriend. I'll be your girlfriend for that."
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, that one will be all right with me.
Right.
It'll be all right with me.
Forget your girlfriend.
So, you know,
Tyler.
like Switch, that's my little experience with the Switch. As far as the president leaving and stuff like that, of course that'll be you guys' forte on that. Y'all know more about that as far as what he brought. But if he had anything to do with any of those ideas, you know, like online stuff or whatever like that, that was dope of him, and I appreciate some of those features that he probably contributed to. So.
Yeah, it's funny. I feel like we've like built up a lot of memories through those past 6 years. You know, and I was thinking too, like, there's some of those games that were like smaller game titles that I, for the most part, didn't really see like being a Nintendo a North America style game. Like, but for whatever reason they came over and it was just like, yeah, because we got to show y'all love too. I don't know how much he had to do with those, but I do appreciate that we got what we got during the time that he was around. So yeah, you know, and I'll even say this. I still think that third parties were still really stubborn. But I also, thank you. It still are. But I think during that time, I think he definitely helped as far as advertisement and promotion goes, to get some of those things out. I'm gonna even say that he probably also had something to do with a lot of the Nintendo Directs. Not like what's going to be shown there, but like how they were going to be presented and looked in North America, at least. Because we all know that we get different versions than the Japanese versions, and a lot of times we miss out on some of those games, even though the Switch is not region locked, so we can get any of those games really. But just once again, like the presentation of it, So shout outs to Doug Bowser. We really appreciate all that you did to help promote Nintendo. And you know, the current day wouldn't be how it is without you.
Yeah, because if you stop and think about it, like he came in when the boy Iwata was heading out, you know.
Yep.
So it was
Yeah.
like, all right, cool. Now we got to find a way to take his dream and
Mhm.
realize it, and then also with the Switch, you capitalize on it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And granted,
Yep.
that's not a one person's decision, but then with anything, I mean, as much as we're, you know, kind of all in the same world due to social media, we still operate different.
Yeah.
So, you know, Japan, they like what they like. America like what they like. Europe, same thing. So he plays a huge role in America to where, you know, your tastes change like the weather around here in this country.
Mhm.
So he has to continue to adapt to not only try to keep Nintendo at its highest, but then not succumb to, oh, this American stockholder wants to be greedy and wants me to follow what PlayStation is doing and what Xbox is doing, and
Right.
questioning why the Switch 2 isn't this big graphical powerhouse, because I'm pretty sure they got stockholders that do that. You know what I mean? Because I mean, we've heard some of those meetings. Some just go and ask for tickets, or just ask, you know. can
Oh
they get
yeah,
some
the
merch?
infamous. Can we get tickets to the Super Nintendo?
Hey, I
Like-
ain't gonna lie to you. If I'm a stockholder, I'm asking that same.
Oh yeah, I'm
question.
They just shot the
For
shot.
me and my family.
Right.
Right,
We all
looking
going.
out.
But yeah, I mean, I think that's, you know, a lot of people look at, you know, gaming on a surface level, which, you know, rightfully so, because most just consume and don't necessarily get into the content creation of everything.
Yeah.
Right.
But when you look at what it takes to be, I guess, a president within America for one of these consumer companies or the content creators or whatever, it takes a lot, you know, because I mean, when we think about it, when the Switch came out, the first comparison was they're going to get shut down by mobile gaming.
Yeah.
Like, mobile gaming's
Oh,
here.
yeah.
There's no reason for you to want a handheld. Mobile is taking over. Blase, blase. Now we see where mobile ended up. Now mobile is going to always be at the top when it comes down to profit, solely because mobile gamers genuinely just like giving money away. I don't.
Gotcha games, the whales that feed the gotcha game.
Dang, I have
ecosystem.
no patience. Let me just go ahead and
Yeah.
buy it.
We just
And that's
drop
exactly what
100
it
and
is.
get the one waifu chick from the
There you
gotcha
go.
pool to play in Honkai Star or whatever.
But that's what it's come to, because I mean, Nintendo tried to take that swing. They tried to give you a game at full price and you got all the content, and no one liked
Mario
it.
one, right?
Yeah, the Mario Run.
$10. That was
So
a Miyamoto decision, 100%. He said no.
Yeah.
No free to play Mario's when I'm still here. Like I'm 100% sure that was a Miyamoto move.
But you
Yeah.
will pay $10. Good
Oh, for
looking
sure.
to me.
Yeah.
So I take my hat off to him, because, you know, a lot changed in that time frame with him. You know, because we got the Steam Deck in that time frame. Granted, PC handhelds had been around. It's just they didn't get attention.
Right.
So Valve coming in with that and hearing the nonsense of, oh, here's the Switch killer, and you know, ROG Ally came behind that, the Legion Go came behind that, MSI Claw, everybody start taking swings.
MSI Claw.
So you look at now, because of Iwata's idea and the three or four presidents execution, you now have a different landscape of gaming. And right now he's with us for another 2 months. He ends at the end of December, but ultimately, I mean, from the two that we saw that are coming in, they've been around for a hot minute too. So it's not like it's going to some new blood that ain't been around, and Nintendo just went and just picked whoever. They've been around for a minute. So it's one of those things of, you know, we don't always see what the presidents do, and like you said, you know, he ain't like Reggie or Diddy, you know, just always in the camera, you know, jumping around, always in every conversation. He just in the back handling his business. You know, he's not the
Yep.
face. He ain't trying to be the face. And I think somebody else mentioned in the comment, don't get it twisted. Japan still make the decisions. Like, like
Facts.
I may represent America, but trust and believe, like, it's still coming from Japan.
Yeah.
But you know, I think kudos to him for making it through this long generation, because this generation was his entire
career.
time, like
Yeah.
his entire
His
time as
whole career.
president. So I mean, hopefully, we all get to experience what he's getting ready to experience, and that's retirement.
Yeah.
But take my hats off to him for sure.
I'll also say this to it too, because I think we often like see like the times that people start.
Mm-hmm.
They don't start at that time. Like
No,
that's
no, no,
the
no,
time
no.
that they become whatever they've been sliced to be.
There you go.
So now that I think about it, he started in 2019. He very well could have been the person to set up the switch in its entirety as Fizame was going out anyway.
Yep.
Like that's one of those. Let me show you the ropes. So what you got? Like, what's your idea? What are you coming with? You're president today. Boom. What are you coming up with?
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I'm thinking this. We gotta attack the adults first. Blah 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 blah. So that's not to say that he came later. He may actually have thought up those and then slowly assume position. It's not like our presidency today where they like shake hands. All right, you win. Nah, it's a business.
Yeah.
You gotta church talk. You gotta disciple somebody into the role before you just exit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So and believe he's doing the same thing with the new president, which I can't remember what her.
Yeah, I don't
name
remember her
is.
name.
Let me see. New Nintendo president of America. Devin Pritchard.
Yes. Is her name? Do y'all think real quick? Do y'all think her name is pronounced Devin or is it Devon?
I think it's Devin.
Yeah.
Devin.
Yeah.
When I saw that I said Devon, I was like Devon, and other people
Nah.
like Devin, and I was like, oh man, I guess I don't
Yeah.
know.
I'm going with Devin on that one. I don't think
From the
if
place
it's
of
Devon,
abundance.
I'm going crazy.
Yeah. It's not spelled Vaughn, and it's not spelled like my middle name with a capital V. So
I see. Okay.
yeah,
All right.
it's
Devin it
definitely
is.
Devin.
Devin it is.
Devin the dude.
With that being said,
Right.
she is an accountant, I believe, before, which kind of leads me to my interesting conundrum.
Okay.
Because I think I've talked about this before on the channel. Let me pause this for a second. I feel like I talked about this on the channel maybe a couple episodes ago, but I like the way that Nintendo is handling the Switch 2 so far.
Mhm.
I do feel in this next year and the year after, like they're gonna be like, oh, you want to play rough? Okay. load up all the third party clip, like clap clap. Shh, all right, I reloaded, and then like go crazy. But my fear is not that. My fear is more so the future of where Nintendo will go.
Okay.
And the reason why I say that is because all the way up until this point, we've had a lot of people in the development world running the company.
Yeah.
That is not a thing anymore. Like everybody is now like she's an accountant. Koizumi.
Yeah, Koizumi was about that bread too. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, and then even the current guy, starts with the T. I can't remember.
Shibata? What is
Yeah,
his name?
yeah. Like he
Oh yeah.
he
Shibata's
comes
fine.
from an accounting background too. So all these people are like money, like you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying, like strictly money. And so that brings up like an interesting like thought because there's nobody on the inventive side, and I don't know how strong Miyamoto is gonna last. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
oh, this is a good gimmick, a good gameplay gimmick for us to use for the future. Which means like I feel like now the next system at this point, if they see running numbers and them numbers look good, switch 3. Like
Oh yeah, for sure.
we're gonna keep riding this train until the train don't move anymore, and then maybe we move to something else. But I think even then, I think it's going to be more of not how inventive we can be about systems. It's just going to be uh, more ergonomics, or how ergonomical and how much can we profit off the system versus the ergonomics?
I understand where you're coming from on that one, like 100%. I think the only reason why I don't feel the same way is because Nintendo has constantly mentioned, hey, even for our new cats that come through here,
Mm-hmm.
you have to go through like the museum, you got to go through like training, and we got to show you how we do things. And it's like they, even with new faces coming in, they make sure they don't lose their way. Granted, yeah, like our Nintendo Directs are a little bit different to where like when they first kicked off, Iwata and Reggie were always there. Like you
Yeah.
saw them and you knew they were gonna have fun with it. To where now it's like, all right, old boys up front. All right, we got some Switch games for you. And then now he's like, we got some Switch 2 games for you. You'll see the logo on the side. If they differ, all right, go check these games out. Like, cool. Like he ain't trying to sit there and he ain't trying to crack no jokes. Like,
Right.
I think the
Right.
most
Yeah.
fun I've seen Buddy have is when the Switch got announced and the bad boys dropped from it, the Joy-Cons dropped from his wrist and he had the wrist strap on. That's about as far as I've seen it with him. But to me, I agree. Like I think they're bringing more financial heads in because this is the first time Nintendo's really broadened their horizons.
Yeah.
Like they've always been game centric. So now we're talking. They've always had merch, but the merch is even amping up because with the new Mario app
Yeah.
that dropped in Japan, they're now targeting babies. Like, hey, this is your first app and your
right.
first introduction for your baby to maneuver and interact with Mario, not Coco Melon, not Paw Patrol, not any of these other things that's on YouTube.
Right.
Interact with Mario. And so whenever that baby recognizes Mario's face, when they become capable of using their motor skills to play video games, ooh, that's Mario. Because I mean, I love Bluey just like any other parent, but the
Right.
Bluey video game ain't popping. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the hardest thing that most cartoons have had. While we love them watching, the games never related in any kind of way. They were always bad. Like, we love Rugrats, but them Rugrats games wasn't hitting on nothing.
No.
Power Rangers games were cool, but they
Right.
wasn't the best thing smoking. So that's so
Right.
in this same instance, you could say, all right, bet we now have this Mario app to introduce the kids. When we talk about Pokemon, that's gonna always be there.
Yeah.
We
Yep.
now have theme parks to where we can tackle that much. They always are in the Macy's Day Parade, like constantly in it. The movies are out now. I've seen so many kids that hang out with my kids that had no clue who Sonic was until that movie dropped.
Mm.
Now they love Sonic. Now, are they touching the games? No, but they love the movie Sonic. Like, it's
Right.
like
Right.
the
Right.
games still
Right.
ain't wrapped them in yet. I mean, it's just not there yet, but they love the movie aspect of it. So then your next question should come like, all right, do we start doing TV again? Because we had the Super Mario Brothers cartoon, we had the Donkey Kong cartoon. So it's like, do we venture into episodic situations now?
Well, if Netflix didn't mess up, we would have already had something.
That's true. Yeah, the Zelda one is in the pipeline. So they
It was in the pipeline, yeah.
y'all leaked it. Now it's
So-
over.
So I think that's where you gotta like. I love the fact when developers are kind of leading the charge when it comes down to games, which I think they still are. It's just when we're talking about a president, he now has to have his hands in everything because it's not just gaming no more. It's merch, is movies, possible TV shows, is theme parks. Like
Yeah.
they about to expand something heavy, and as long as they got Pokemon on the team, they got the merch super wrapped up.
Facts.
But I think Mario could get very close to Pokemon, but you don't really find a lot of Mario merch. You have to either go to the Nintendo of America store in New York, the horrible reward system with Nintendo.com, like
Yeah.
the horrible reward system. Like Europe has an amazing rewards, but we have the
Oh, yeah.
worst. in the US.
Garbage.
It
They
got,
don't want it.
Trash.
it got neutered big time. When they
Yeah.
switched it up. I don't know why they did that.
So that's where I think they can really start elevating this. Like, okay, cool. Here's some Mario merch. Here's some Zelda merch. DK's back. Let's get some DK merch. Like, they
Yes.
can really take it to a whole other level because the IP presence is there. And I think you do need some financial heads there to take care of that. But I don't think these are the type of financial heads that are like, I don't like what you're doing creatively on these games. Like, I think they'll still let them explore. It's just we now got to handle all this other stuff that a Reggie may not have been privy to on how to handle that.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. I think if they keep, like you said, if they keep going with all the stuff and keep tackling it heads on, it's crazy. Like I really want to say the top three mascots, period. Like,
Hmm.
and I may the two and three may flip flop back and forth. To be honest with you, I think depending on who you asking, I think two and three flip flop.
Hmm.
Top mascots, period. Mario, Mickey Mouse, and Pikachu.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Pikachu and Mickey Mouse may flip flop back and forth. To be honest,
Hmm.
um, just how prominent Pokemon has. Actually, I may even say Pikachu may be a solid two, especially with Pokemon Go and all the Pokemon related stuff that they've been doing. And it's crazy because the one thing that I think that Nintendo actually does outside of part of gaming, but not like direct in gaming, that they do better than the other two companies
Hmm.
is they really hold these world tournaments for like all their own games. So
Hmm.
they don't really do the Smash Bros tournament, but the Mario Kart World Tournament is coming up.
We just
With
wrapped up Splatoon 3 too.
Splatoon 3
Yeah.
tournament, the
Hmm.
Pokemon World Tournament. And these aren't just like
Mhm.
tournaments where they just like, okay, everybody had a good time. Great job to number one. Like, no, like you get trophies,
Yeah.
a jacket that you can't find nowhere
They
else.
give you
Yeah.
stuff,
Like,
nice stuff,
Yeah.
yeah, like
exclusive stuff.
they try and make you official. And everything that gets added on to that. So when people see that, like I don't even watch those things like that, but every now and then, like it'll be like the Pokemon World Tournament, and I'll be like, okay, which Pokemon am I not did I not catch yet? But they
Yeah.
just out here balling. Let me just go ahead and check that real quick.
Right.
Those are the kind of things, getting that FaceTime. Those are the kind of things that is really been monumental for them, that they have been getting so much FaceTime. And I
Yeah.
and now and to be honest with you, I really wish that Sony, because Sony is like, to me, Sony is like my second.
Hmm.
Nintendo's first, Sony is my second. I really wish Sony would really like grab both cheeks, pause, and go on the ladies, Rao. Okay, on the ladies, not on me. Pause. Super pause. Um, but like dive in on their characters, on their first party characters, and actually have movies that or something related, or TV shows or something like that for them.
Hmm.
They own Crunchyroll. Like
Yeah.
at this point in
Yep.
time, you should be in real good talks with some people about a Ghost of Tsushima anime.
Boy,
Like that would go stupid. Like,
that's a
but it doesn't
no-brainer.
happen. Yeah, it doesn't.
Yep.
It doesn't happen. So, I hope that's something that we can look forward to with the other companies. I really hope all three of them stay around. If they all want to be in their own separate lane, because it seems like they are all kind of expanding and moving like in total different directions. Like it's
Hmm.
no more of that like overlaying and being on top of each other. Pause. It's more of like, okay, I control this,
Hmm.
you can control this, and then we'll let you control this down here, doing whatever it is that you want to do. So
Right.
I think it's just an opportunity. I think it's opportunity. But yeah, we'll see about the future of Nintendo and where they're gonna go with their new uh, president of America, and Devin Pitchford. We wish you the best, Pritchard. Sorry, we wish you the best, um, and hopefully you continue to bring success and interest. I think that's a bigger
Yeah.
bigger thing.
Hmm.
Interest in the North America area as far as Nintendo. With that being said, because this was also part of promotion and actually our main topic. Shout outs to Angry Vigilante, because he was the one who said I should throw out this topic, and I'm like, you know what, I might as well, because it's a conversation that we've had over and over and over again, and I think it's about that time. I think it's about that time to go ahead and discuss it one more time. Yeah, you know what? I'll say this was I'm gonna say this because I feel like this is like I feel like it's the same thing with us. So I had a conversation with my pastor, right?
Okay.
And so he asked me, he said, you know how many sermons that I do over the course of the year? It's not once a week, so that was out of my mind. But
Yeah.
and so I threw the number out. He was like, okay, he's like, do you know how many times the conversation or the subject of my sermon switch? And
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, well, they probably switch every time. He's like, nah, I talk about the same thing every single time.
Mhm.
He's like, obedience, following the
Mm-hmm.
word, and something else. But I say all that to say is like I feel like we talk about the same, like the subjects may seem like they change,
Yeah.
but the conversations or the subjects that we have are the same because we're trying to drill it in, And with
Right.
that being said, we're talking about DLC. So
Mm.
we
Mhm.
I heard that sigh.
so we have a few weeks ago we had the Nintendo Direct,
Mhm.
and what came about that was some nitpicking as usual,
Always.
and a piece of it was the Pokemon ZA trailer, and after that trailer got shown off, they showed off what was to be DLC.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my question is, which is actually the same question of our title, is DLC okay to announce? I can't even call it day one DLC. I just threw that in there. But is DLC okay to announce when you're announcing a game?
Yeah, I want to go first. I tend to get long winded with this conversation.
I'll do it. Let's get it. You know what? It's time. Birdman hands. So generally, I'm not a big fan of that practice of but even after we've seen a good amount of the game, have an idea of how the game loop's going to be, this and the other. Generally, announcing DLC that can be pre-ordered like alongside the base game, I generally am not a fan of that.
Mhm.
Now, we didn't really see much of it. It was more like just an announcement of it. We didn't see anything of the true content outside of officially, there's two versions of Mega Raichu X and Mega Raichu Y, following like the
Mhm.
original XY release. We had two versions of Charizard, two versions of Mewtwo, because Gen 1 and all that stuff. That was
Mhm.
cool, this and the other. They did tease, and if you go back and watch all the different Mega Stones with the different colorings that popped up, they did tease other Mega Evolutions, and there's enough
Mhm.
speculation out there. I'm not going to go into that today. That actually kind of goes into spoiler territory too. Um, but I think they just did it because they know they got it like that. It's Pokemon. The end. Like I'm not even like I'm not gonna be mad about it. I'm just kind of like y'all shouldn't do this, but I know why you did it, and I really have no choice but to just accept it, man. But I will add to that too, because I'm sure some people will be like, oh, it's cut content or whatever. That cannot be confirmed right now because we
Thank
did
you.
not see the full contents of that DLC. We did not get a
Thank
lick of nothing. All we saw was a friggin' Sonic Racing Crossroads ring in the wall in that version of Pear's Trance in that game, Legends EA. The character staring at like, what this? And that's it. That's all. That's literally all we got.
All
We
right.
don't know what that means. We don't know if it's going to be a brand new area. We don't know if it's going to be not a city. We don't know if it's going to be just a city, but like Kirby Forgotten Land Starcross World, where it's just things are added to it to make going through it different or interesting. We don't know none of that. So I think folks that may say that, I believe that's disingenuous in this case because we don't know that. We can't confirm it. Let's just speak facts right now. Let's not use emotions and all that. But as far as the practice of announcing it before release, not a fan of that. Not a fan of that. They did kind of try and do the the carrot with the stick though. With like if you pre-order this with the game, you'll get these little cosmetics for your main character day one when Legends EA launches.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm not gonna really throw a hissy fit on that because one, to me, and this is just subjective, those outfits look whack to me. So I think it, and from what I've read and what we've read was the latest previews that came out this week as well. This is probably the most robust customization of any Pokemon game thus far.
Yeah, I read that
And,
too.
and they're not gender locked, so there's that too for those how you more freely able to express your Pokemon trainer character now. So
There
that's
you go.
great. That's
Yep.
great. But that's really it. That's my whole stance, man. Not a big fan of it, honestly. I'm not gonna be, punching the pillow, punching the air angrily about it, because we know how Pokemon then move. We saw how Scarlet and Violet came out, and we saw how many that I think it's the second best-selling Pokemon game of all time at this point. So we know how they move. It is what it is. You just if you just hard press 10 toes down, I don't like it. Vote for your wallet, as
There
with
you go.
always.
That's all
But
you can do.
we know how Pokemon what do you call it boycotts work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Make
how
it
that
successful.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
That's
How
it,
you
man.
feeling?
Yeah, go ahead,
that's,
Vito. Yeah, go ahead.
That's all I gotta say. Yeah.
All right, so is Pokemon considered a
No.
fighting game?
Mhm.
You sure?
If you into online discourse, you're gonna be fighting for your life because they're gonna be hitting with a not complete Pokedex, N64
Yeah.
trees,
That's
blah
a
blah
fun
blah.
fighting.
Same.
I asked that. Hey, look, I asked that to say this. Look, if Pokemon is considered a fighting game, a battle game, a fighting game in some form or fashion, then it's probably doing the formula that all fighting games do, which is announce
Ahead of
their
time.
DLC
Yeah.
ahead of time. Along with maybe like with fighting games, the difference is, they'd be like, oh yeah, game like a season pass type thing or whatever like that. But they will announce that, like Mortal Kombat. How many times have they announced their, first lineup of, extra characters that might come out along with the launch of the game.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm asking, is Pokemon considered a fighting game of some sort? Because if that's the case, then that's probably what the intent this time around is. Now, have they done this in the
No.
past? No. So for them to kind of like step in that realm, it kind of shows they're like, hey, we trying to take this to the next level, guys. We want to give our fans what they want. On top of that, the Pokemon game right now, the cards are going.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
People are going
Stupid.
nuts
Like,
with those, man.
So they'll be kind of like, they'll miss an opportunity not to jump on like, hey, with some of these cards and evolutions we got on these cards and stuff like that, we gotta tell people, hey, we got it in the game. We got to get y'all hyped up for it. So you know what I'm saying? Like it just kind of it's literally, to me, at first it didn't make sense and I was against it. Because if you look at whatever episode it was that we had where we talked about this, because yes, we have talked about it many times, I was like, no, you know what I'm saying? But then as I'm starting to think and as I'm looking at like fighting games and stuff like that and what they do, I'm like, oh, no, that may not be a bad thing to do. You know what I'm saying? And also, too, it might increase the sales of the game.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? You see a Mega Evolution Raichu, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm getting
What are you
that.
gonna do?
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's why they
It'll
did.
be surprising that one character can do
Yeah.
that. You know what I'm saying? Or one
Yeah.
feature can
It
do
don't
it.
take much.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, think about Street Fighter 6, Mortal Kombat, and Tekken. Like, well, Tekken didn't do it because Tekken, I had no idea all these characters. You know, they didn't give you no type of like, oh snap, we're gonna have a whole nother storyline later on and stuff. I'm like, geez, I'm missing out on a lot, so I gotta catch up on my Tekken 8. But Street Fighter 6 definitely kind of gave you that, like, hey, look now, we're gonna be dropping some stuff. Here's the downloadable content that we first gonna drop, and then get the season pass. So Pokemon, you are definitely doing the right thing at this point, especially with the game and market the way it is. You got to get your
Yeah.
audience excited. So You're doing what you're supposed to do with that. But like, what I'm not for is releasing a demo after the game.
Oh yeah, I'm with that.
I feel that.
And been out for a month. That's the most dumbest thing I've ever heard. I don't know.
Y'all didn't buy it?
I'm like,
Here, try the demo at least, please.
That's like, yeah, it's like a cry for help. It's like a panic. Like, oh snap, the sales is like ain't doing nothing. Oh snap.
That's funny because they did that with Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Panicking now.
They
Yeah.
sure did. And I was like, what
Promote
was
the
the point?
DLC
It
as
did.
well.
And that's exactly when we talked about this whole situation. We talked about it with that last direct or whatever. We talked about this whole, do you like the downloadable content being before the game, and do you like the demos after the game?
Yeah.
Like, it's weird. It's like it's backwards. It looks backwards. It really feels backwards and looks backwards. So I still don't agree with the demo thing, but the downloadable content, yeah, let's do it. At first I was saying no, but yeah, let's get us hyped up. You know what I'm saying? Get more people into this whole situation. You know, you can increase your sales that
Yeah.
way. And on top of that, what's crazy is the funny thing is it actually might increase the sales for
Yeah. Especially if
There's
it's
a lot of
Pokemon.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that still have the Switch 2. The regular Switch that don't have the Switch 2. Or you can still get it for Switch. You know what I'm saying? But regardless, like if you want the
Some people want that extra graphics to
the
see.
good,
Yeah.
I
yeah,
do.
you want the extra graphic stuff. This might bump up that situation for the Switch too. So you know what I'm saying? Like it. There's a catch. You know what I'm saying? 22 on there. You know what I'm saying? So it's I feel it's necessary now.
All right, Jack.
All right.
Hold on. Had to pause the music. Jack about to
The
go.
floor
ahead.
is yours.
Yeah, Jack is about
About to put the
his-
action in action.
his Shadow Fox.
All right.
About to do his
Yeah, I'm about to say
Shadow Fox.
I'm about to channel
Yeah,
my
see?
Shadow Fox right now.
Oh, here we go.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah. We need
gonna
some
start
theme
off
music
with
for him.
I'm gonna start off with a
The
question.
Undertaker.
Who in here does not like more content for their game that they bought?
I don't think anybody's gonna raise their hand for that.
Thank you.
I
Now-
don't. I mean, you know, sometimes I don't.
Now, the Switch version of this game is $60. The Switch 2 version is 70. Now,
Right.
if these games came out as is, $70 is too much. They didn't even have the graphics the way they need to. The Windows is flat. They don't have this, and this. Now, granted, you're paying for this DLC. I can see if it was just the Mega Evolutions, because I know that's been the main concern of Mega Evolutions, but they clearly showed you extra story content is coming as well. So to tackle, do you want extra content for your games? I'm pretty sure no one would disagree with you. To be able to pay for it, that's going to be more subjective on what the content is. Now, Sandstorm, you're the only one I know that can vouch for this. Were the DLCs for Scarlet and Violet worth it?
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And
How
that-
much were those DLCs? You remember?
30.
I think so. I think he's right.
30?
I think they
30
were
sounds
Well,
right.
Because I bought it too.
Yeah,
I just never played it.
and they came together too. That's the crazy part.
Yep.
They were split in seasons, so you didn't have to.
Yep.
You couldn't buy them separate. But since they were set up in seasons, they gave you the first DLC first.
Mhm.
Then you had to wait some months,
Yep.
and then and then you had the second season. So
Okay. So I'm looking at it now. It's 35 for that DLC. Now, once again, pricing is subjective. What you deem as value is subjective. We all understand that. My biggest issue with the DLC being announced before the game comes out, rhetoric at this point in time, I like the fact that I know my game's going to get more content. If
Right.
I feel like, let's say, for example, Pac-Man didn't take me nothing but a hot minute to make through. Like, it's not a super long game by any stretch of the imagination. But I'm pretty sure we've all played a game that when we bought it, we were excited to play it, but then possibly got to the end and was like, that's it? Like, nothing more? Like they could have done so much more with it. So the fact that once you get into this game, and Pokemon is not a game that you just breeze through. You take your time, you get your Pokemon, you get your team, you battle. For those that go online, you go online and you battle. They're doing a rank from Z to A on this game,
Mhm.
that's probably not going to be a no quick feat whatsoever.
Yeah.
Right.
So you have that in play. We saw the 4-player battle royale that you do that's going to take majority of your time probably, along with the story in itself. I don't mind the conversation of, hey, we're going to have DLC that's going to come out a little bit later. Because one, I'm not saying that they chopped it out of the game just to charge you for it. Because if they took it out the game to charge you for it, I feel like it would be their day one. That story content is not their day one. We don't even know when it's coming out. So that lets me know they're still working on it. Because if they did release it with the game, people will complain by how long it's taking for the game to come out. If they chose to keep the game or the story mode or the extra story content in the game.
Mm-hmm.
We're in a time where I understand money's funny, games and everything are going up in price, but we have to start valuing what it is that these developers are doing. If you don't like Pokemon, that's on you. Stay out of it. That's fine. But you can't pick and choose when you care for this DLC. Because like I put a post up on Twitter, everybody went nuts when Sega laid out the roadmap for Cross Worlds. Oh, this character's coming. Oh, I love the fact that they're showing us what we're getting down the line. It's still paid DLC. Like so at the end of the day, whether they showed it to you now, whether you get it later, whatever the case may have been, to me, I think that's the DLC that bothers me the most is I paid for it, but I'm not getting the content until whenever. That was my issue I had with Sparking Zero. Because it's like, yeah, you paid for the DLC, but okay, when am I getting it? We don't know yet. Like, we'll let you know when them seasons are coming out. And it's like I paid for something. I don't even know when I'm getting it. I already have a problem with that with like Amazon shipments or the shipments that I get from Japan with some of these emulation handhelds. And it's like I paid for it. I don't know when it's gonna be here. I'm checking my email every day to see if it's gonna ship. Like I want my value now. So the fact that they're telling you like, all right, cool, you're gonna pay for this DLC. It's coming with extra story content, and it will probably give you a later date down the line. That's the problem I take issue with. I don't take issue with the fact of them providing DLC up front. Because to me, it's you knowing what you're getting. You're getting more after this. There is no, oh, I wish I had more after I finish this game. You know it's coming. Like, you know what's happening. Right now, what's the biggest gripe right now with Mario Kart World? No one knows when if DLC is coming or not.
Right.
They never confirmed.
Right.
They never even uttered the
Never
word
said
on the letter.
anything
Or
about
denied it.
DLC.
Yeah,
But had they
could-
announced DLC, would it have been a problem? Like,
Yeah.
that's
Oh, we gotta pay on top of that. That's the first thing. That's
the
first
first
that's coming.
thing. It's an $80 game because currently, right now, Mario Kart World is $10 more than Pokemon Legends EA.
Mm-hmm.
But because of that $10 price tag, extra price tag, people want the Mario Kart World DLC if it gets announced to be free.
That won't happen.
That's not happening.
Yeah.
So now you have where if they're going to go out their way to do DLC for Mario Kart World, they're trying to make that game last for the entire generation. So they're going to spread that out like over time. Like they're not going to give it to you up front. So I don't understand the frustration with and when DLC is announced. You frustrate yourself by thinking it's cut content. No one told you it was cut content. No one ever said it was cut content.
Right.
So stop pissing yourself off behind that. That doesn't make sense to me. If you don't want the DLC, don't buy it. It's not a part of the game. Because I also saw somebody mention, oh, well, to get the complete package, you got to... No, that is not true. I'm pretty sure Legends EA has an ending. I'm pretty sure there's no cliffhanger to that. If anything, this DLC, which I'm pretty sure is reminiscent of Violet,
Yeah.
with the hidden treasures, is just an add-on to it if you want to continue.
A separate, smaller story.
Thank you.
And Pokemon.
I don't see, like, if they left you on a cliffhanger and you like, look, if they pulled a Final Fantasy, because with Final Fantasy 15, you had to watch the movie, you had to get the game, you had to get the little book or whatever for you to get the entirety of that story. You had to buy separate products for that. That's not what they're doing here. Pokemon's never done that. I don't know why people think that's the case now. So my stance on is this. I love the fact that both Sega's doing it, Pokemon's doing it, and other content creators do it as well. Of like, hey guys, here's the game. We hope you support us. But by the way, if you do get this game, we got something extra for you later down the line if you choose to invest.
Mm-hmm.
It's like doing a Kickstarter. In a way, it's like just invest. Even though with this Kickstarter, the DLC is coming out regardless if you pay for it or not. But is one of those things of I love the fact that this is going to have more content. I already know what I'm getting into, and let's say I get Legends ZA, and I say, you know what, that's all I need. I may not entertain the DLC. That's fine. I don't plan to catch them all. I've never done catch them all. I have not. Is the closest I ever gotten was Arceus because that was a part of the game, like for you to try to catch as many as possible to fill out that Pokédex.
Yeah.
But I'm just confused. So it's like at this point, if I was a developer and I saw all of this, I'm like, I'm not releasing DLC ever. Like I don't. Y'all just getting this base game because y'all don't know what you want. Is if I announce it a week later, is that too close? Or what about a month? Like, what is the safe window for you to have in your head? Oh, they took the time and they saw the sales, so that means they're giving us more content.
Right.
You gassing yourself up like I'm not. It's a mental game.
I feel like too. They wait too long, and then people are like, "Oh, nobody plays that game anymore."
Thank you.
Come back into it.
There's always this. It's this fine line because even with Kirby, I didn't get Kirby day one. I wasn't sure if I even wanted Kirby. So whenever I got a chance to play it at somebody else's house, I'm like, oh, this is dope. Like I like how this plays out. And then of course Jay was raving about it. So I was like, okay, cool. I'll cop it. I got it from Woot for like $40, and then I got this DLC for $20. So I was like, all right, cool. It worked out. I did it at the around the same time, even though it almost didn't get bought because the time I bought it, along with the time when we actually got the DLC, it was like, all right, I might not get this because I already finished the game. I don't know if I want to dive back in right now. And that's what I like about what Donkey Kong did. That DLC came out like a month later, and they just dropped it on you. They didn't say, oh, it's coming. Hey, $20 is in the eShop right now. Go ahead, go get it. Now, some people didn't like it. Some people didn't feel like it was worth it. Whatever the case may have been. But I like what they did. It's like, hey, the game is still fresh. It's still a solid game. Some people still haven't finished it. So let's go ahead and drop some DLC on your head. So once you finish the post game, which it's got a nasty post game, now you can jump into this Emerald Isle situation to where it's kind of like a roguelike and you can have fun there because they're trying to keep you on the game. Because I got a feeling Mario ain't close. But it's like, so they're trying to keep you on this game. But ultimately, I think that is the best route. But I think the consumers, and mainly what we're talking about right now is Twitter, which is the 1%. They have to
Absolutely.
They have to decide what they really want. Do you want DLC to be announced? Not saying DLC day one, but do you want DLC to be announced before the game comes out? No. Okay. Do you want it a week later? No. Okay. When do you want it? Because if, like you said, if I announce it too late, you'd be like, oh, I beat the game. I'd have moved on to something else.
Right.
We have a lot of games. We said at the top of this show, everybody wallets is hurting. Anybody that has close to different tastes or remote, like open tastes, you got a lot to play. I listed off at least about 6 or 7 damn games I'm playing right now. Like, and I'm juggling. Like, I'm doing like 1 or 2 levels, and I jump to the next one, and I jump to the next one. There are some that just got put on the shelf with the penguin from Toy Story and is collecting dust. I have not touched Yakuza 0 or Sonic Cross Shadow Generation since I bought it. I played them for like a hot 2 hours, and then something else came out, and I'm like, sorry, Sega. But yeah, I mean, and then we got, like you said, Pokemon's coming out later, and then we got Kirby right behind that. So it's like we're in a good space when it comes down to gaming. So these games have to fight for your attention. And music's been like that for a while. I'm pretty sure all y'all can see like how many albums. If you just go to Spotify or go to wherever streaming service you subscribe to and look at the new albums for the week, there is at least 10 plus albums up there a week. So it's because you can drop whenever you want to now. You don't need labels. You can drop whenever. I can make something tonight and have that bad boy drop in 2 weeks if I wanted to. So but it's competition. It's competition, and it's competition for your time, and it's competition for your wallet. Because at the end of the day, if they don't do, or if they don't announce this now to keep you ready and keeping you fresh as far as like your attention on Pokemon, who knows? Digimon might show up right around the corner, and then now you over on Digimon. Power might get bold and just like, you know what? We dropping on Nintendo today.
They waiting for that lawsuit stuff.
Forget that
to
lawsuit.
finish up.
We dropping today. But yeah, I mean, but it's that's my take on it. Not to get too long-winded on it, but DLC to me is always a good thing. You determine what you want to pay on it. Like to me, depending on the company, you can wait because they're gonna put it on sale in probably about 2 weeks any doggone way. But
Right.
Nintendo, ain't doing that, so you can go ahead and miss them with that. But it really comes down to the value and how much you're having fun with the game. I would imagine anybody that goes and cops ZA right now and they have a blast with it, by the time you're getting towards the end or you feel like you kind of wearing thin on the game, here's the date for the story content. Go play it. I'm pretty sure they've done studies to say like how long do you think people are going to actually genuinely play this game and going to stay on it.
They have the data. They
Yeah.
track all our playtime.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do. And I'm pretty sure Scarlet and Violet was a good testament to that. So it's like, all right, cool. We feel like it's going to take them, I don't know, let's say they probably going to rock with it for 3 months. All right, within 3 months, we're looking going into the new year. All right, cool. Hit them in January or in the February direct with the new content and show them a little bit. Just sprinkle a little bit, show them what the story content going to be about. And then we'll hit them up again a little bit later down the line. They got to start making these games last. Because for Switch players, this may be your last Pokemon. I don't know if Gen 10 is coming to the first Switch. So this may be your last Pokemon. So you might want to invest now. So it's just unless you're ready to upgrade. But that's just reality at this point. So that's my take on it. I'm looking forward to every piece of DLC that comes out if it looks interesting. Like right now, I think I'd rather pay for the characters separately with Sonic because I'm not into all of them. But I also
90 is a big ask.
Yeah, it's a huge ask. But it's one of those things too to where it seems like they kind of how can I say it? They didn't fully invest in those DLC characters either. Because from my understanding, they don't have voice tracks or nothing. They just here's the character, race with them, and call it a day.
They make like sounds or whatever within the menus, and when you do tricks like
Like
Joker,
Pokemon.
kind of like that. Yeah, like for that's another story. I'm not even going near that can of worms. I have takes on that too, but
These Pokemon supposed to be saying their names. The only one who says his name is Pikachu.
Pikachu.
they stopped it. They don't do it no more.
He
Just makes because I
Dun-dun.
I might actually get back to Violet. Yeah, I was in Violet rolling around. I see in the wild area or whatever, the open world. They made that, and I was like, oh, you ain't saying your name
that
no
was
more.
disgusting. Yeah, that was.
Yeah,
disgusting.
I'm glad that I'm actually glad that Pikachu making the noises again. I don't know why they did that, but I lost my train of thought. That sucks. Oh wait, yeah, that's right. The DLC for Sonic. Yeah, they just make sounds and stuff. Like Joker, he does like whatever sounds from the games when he does tricks or he does a little emotes, stuff like that. There's mods to replace it on PC, but whatever. I do wish that they had the sounds for it in general, but yeah, you could if anyone, yeah.
I don't even want voice acting. I just need the Pokemon to start saying their names because they sound crazy right now.
I don't even. I've always liked the charm of the little cries they make and everything.
I don't.
Actually, I'm not gonna go. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Legends ZA. I'm not. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it.
Them digitized sounds. I'm like, y'all still ain't figured this out yet.
They could honestly, they could do that. Like, well, it's funny. The anime, some of the Pokemon be making, some of them be making screams. Like,
yeah, some of those, like, as I think about them, like back in the day, you'd be like, why did they choose that noise for them? You know what I'm saying? Right.
Yeah,
Like
it's crazy.
executors was like, like,
Sure, whatever you
I do
say.
like some.
right.
I do like some. I'm not gonna front. I do like some of them. Some of them are just like okay.
The only
And
one I'll say, the only one out of, and maybe two of them actually, the only two in the entire series to me that's ever made sense was Mareep and Flaffy,
oh
because they
yeah,
both
they
sound
just
like,
make bond noises.
yeah, they sound like bot noises, like everybody else. Like, I don't even think Milk Tank gets a cow noise. It's like,
No,
ooh.
I
nothing.
think it does like a chirp that's
Trash.
supposed to be like that, but I actually don't remember how Miltank sounds or whatever in game. I don't remember.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, they was wild with the sound. They like, we got a sound farm over here. Let's just go ahead and divvy it up, you know.
it's so
Yes, Jay
weird.
Biggs. The answer is yes. But the only other one that like this cry does make sense to me is Crick Ratoon. It's like it's the cricket
Oh
one from
yeah,
Diamond
yeah,
and
the
Pearl. Makes
cricket.
that
Yeah,
oop, and I don't know why
yeah.
no one sampled that yet. That could be a killer
That could be a
sample.
banger.
Yeah,
It could be.
there's already a subset of rap that's just Pokemon stuff. You know,
There
Yeah,
you
Tofu
go.
and
yeah.
them. But yeah, but anyway, that's tangent stuff. Yeah,
But
I
yeah,
understand though. Yeah.
I just, like I said, I love when developers to decide to give us extra content,
Mhm.
and I can't determine whether they cut it. I can't determine if they skimmed on the game, because if I play the game and it felt like a full game,
Mhm.
then there's no way I can fix my mouth to say that they cut content.
Right.
Now, if I
Yeah.
felt like it was like short and there was nothing to it, I'm like, ooh, yeah, y'all might have cut this one just to try to get a little extra sauce. But
Mhm.
I've never played a game that felt like that, because when the DLC showed up, it was like, okay, that's warranted. Now, the only ones that I will say that have, and I think y'all mentioned it, fighting games.
Yeah.
I think what was it? It was
Capcom got exposed during the 360 days.
yeah,
That was the
'cause-
infamous one. The on disc what was it? Street
Oh,
Fighter
it was
Cross Tekken.
there, and it was, yeah.
Yeah, the content was on the disc and the
yeah,
DLC paying just unlocked them. I don't know if it was all of them or just some of them, but that was a big deal back then.
because there was
Yeah.
one, because y'all know the eShop sale wrapped up,
Yeah.
and I was gonna get Blaze Blue Cross Tag. It was $3.99.
Oh yeah.
Everybody I saw in the comments was like, do not pick this game up because they're going to milk you with that DLC. I did not realize how much freaking DLC was with that game and how much it all tallies up to. There was one, it was one of the fighting games. I think all the DLC tallied up to like 110.
Oh no.
I was like, no,
Can't
that to me, that's disgusting. Like, I don't like
Yeah.
that don't
Yeah,
make
no,
any sense.
That's gross. I'm not a fan of it either. Yeah.
No. So, but yeah, that's my take on the DLC. I just don't know how we keep getting back to this conversation, because if you don't want the extra content, then that's all fine and well. But I'll be the one to tell you I want extra content, especially if I'm paying $70 or $80 for these games. You best believe I want extra content.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just the timing. That was all for me. Just the timing and the direct. I'm just like, all right. I mean, yeah, sure you can announce it now, but you know, it'll always be worth it because especially this one, it's likely gonna have new Mega Evolution stuff in it.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
you know that's that's the good stuff. So
So
yeah.
what was also because I stopped reading because my head was hurting. What is also the complaint? Because they were saying like the megas are locked behind being online or something like that.
I don't know about that. I'm not sure. I haven't really been reading too much into how. Are you talking about like the ones that'll be in the game we get in a couple weeks, or like the DLC stuff?
Apparently there is, so like you have of course the megas that are already in the game. Then
Right.
you have the DLC ones, the ones that are coming with the one with Raichu, Mega Y, and X.
Hmm.
But then apparently that, and like I said, could just be people ranting and raving and don't know what they're talking about. But apparently there are megas that are tied behind, I guess, being online or playing online or something like
I don't
that.
know. Yeah, that's the first time I've heard of that.
So
I mean, the only
okay,
thing
so
that
this
could,
is this
Okay.
is what it says.
okay.
Because I typed in our Mega Evolutions locked to online Pokemon ZA, and it says, and I think I'm gonna read this and then I'm gonna read into it.
Okay.
So it says yes, Mega Evolutions and Pokemon ZA are locked behind a Nintendo Switch Online subscription.
Mm.
Players need to participate in online ranked battles to unlock the Mega Stones required for these evolutions.
Okay, yeah, that's what I
Specific,
thought. Okay.
Really?
specifically, the Mega Stones for Chestnut, Delphox, and Greninja will be available as rewards for completing ranked battles, and players must have an active online subscription to access these rewards. Now, with that being said,
Huh. That's
this
interesting.
is this is what I'm gonna say to that, because this is actually similar to VC when it comes to NBA 2K. You're locked
Yep.
behind online, which you have to pay for online in
Yep.
order to play with NBA 2K. Now, they already give you VC to begin with
Weird.
in NBA 2K for you to use initially.
Mm-hmm.
After that point, you have to have online subscription, right?
Yeah.
So similarities in that point. Also, too, it also does not say that you can't use Mega Evolutions outside of that. Just
Okay.
getting
Oh,
new stones or stones for
that's
specific Pokemon would
okay.
be in that. Also,
That's
too,
interesting. Okay.
it also does not say that you can't trade for those set stones either.
Okay.
So if you like most of us do who got Pokemon, have Pokemon Home, I believe it is,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and you do the random gifts or the random trades and stuff like that, you can add the stones to the Pokemon that you're holding and trade them out. So
Okay.
Wait,
but
that seems weird though. So like, wait, so because to do Mega Evolution, you have to have the hold item, the stone, which is the name of the
Correct.
Pokemon and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
right.
So are they saying that like you can't use Mega Evolution for that Pokemon online battling without having the without paying for having a Nintendo Switch online membership?
No.
Cause like how well I mean it was a long time ago, but like how XY those games on 3DS work, you could pretty much find all of those items in the game. Like they would just either be, you defeat someone, they give it to you or whatever, or you find it on the ground. Like when you find like a TM or
Mhm.
like a Firestone, whatever. It was, oh, I found Charizard, the Wyatt or whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So it's like the way that verbiage sounds to me, it sounds like, well, for those starters and specifically the Delphox and all them, it sounds like once you have online, you connect to online, and they said,
Mm-hmm.
the server says, "Yep, your NSO is active, you're paying for it." Then they'll just distribute those Mega Stones for those 3 starters.
Yeah. So
Okay,
So I think
okay. That's not the first time they've done that. I think.
I think as for the reading now, I don't think everybody realizes what kind of game this is. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
because I think everybody's in assumption that this is just like Legends, Arceus,
Mm-hmm.
but with movement and all the other stuff they added. It's not that. Now as I'm reading, it's not that. This is their equivalent to like Diablo or World of Warcraft.
Okay.
Hmm.
So as further reading, and this is an example. So I'm gonna read this whole paragraph. Um, it says the promise of Pokemon ZA introduced Mega Evolutions for Gen 6 starters come with a few caveats. Notably, the forms won't be available to offline players as the evolution mechanic hinges on Mega Stones, a common
Mhm.
series trope that can only be attained with a Nintendo Switch Online subscription. Merely buying a membership is just one part of the equation, with Game Freak intending to distribute the stones as ranked battle rewards. Now, here's the part that I think people aren't realizing.
Okay.
Pokemon games have been rotating competitive play rewards for many years now. Legends ZA will continue this trend, requiring players to compete in multiple ranked battle seasons to obtain Mega Evolved forms of Kalos starters.
Mm-hmm.
Chestnut will be the first item on offer. Game Freak confirming it is a part of Season 1 rewards. The
Okay.
inaugural season of ranked battles will kick off as soon as Pokemon releases. Now, they say that Chestnut is part of Rank Battle Season 1 rewards starting in October. Mega Delphox is part of Rank Battle Season 2, and Mega Greninja is part of Rank Battle Season 3. When has ever Pokemon as a
That's
regular
new.
game ever do seasons?
That's
Oh,
so
okay.
they kind
Okay.
so okay. This is interesting. They kind of do seasons for like their because okay, so like for like the in-person events, that's called the VGCs. That's
Right.
a whole separate circuit. They split it up. Juniors, which is the kiddos, seniors,
Mhm.
which is like teenagers, whatever, and then masters, which is adults, us Pokemon
Mhm.
adult
Right.
people. That's that. That's kind of just in person, whatever. It's got its own separate, tournament rings and whatnot going on. Now the online only versions, they do have seasons for that.
Right.
And they'll say like different stipulations, like you can't use mythicals, which are like
Right.
Mew and all of them, whatever. Or they'll be like, oh, but you can still use like legendaries and all the other Pokemon, this, that, and the other. So I know they have done that. So I follow some people that have been doing that with Scarlet Violet, stuff like that. I don't know if
Okay.
that's how it worked in Sword and Shield. I don't remember. It's been a while. What's okay? So what they're doing here, this is actually interesting because this game does have that free for all battling mode.
Mm-hmm.
Legends Arceus did not have that. That was a strictly single player game with the option to trade Pokemon from other people. That was the
Mhm.
only online
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, I think with this one, they're just trying to cultivate a different type of online environment for that. They want to keep people engaged and actually doing the online. And since it's a Switch 1 game, and we know Nintendo's efforts for the past year and a half or so, almost 2 years, trying to curb stomp all the homebrewing, modding stuff and everything, that they're not going to curb stomp everything. Since this is a Switch 1 game, and it's once that game leaks, and let's see, it's the 4th, once that game leaks or whatever, falls off a truck, whatever people say, in a week or so time, all this information is going to be out there to see if you want to see it. And then people use their tools to duplicate items. We know that's a constant problem at all times.
Yeah.
People always fake dupe Pokemon items to get everything they want like that without having to go
Mhm.
through the actual game. So I think that's another reason why they're doing this too, is to have you at least engage for however long these seasons run.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll extend it with that DLC, because on the eShop for it, I don't think they have a specific date, but they have a tentative date for like February. And once again, that
Mhm.
nebulous February 2026, which a lot of things are releasing on Switch 2 around that time.
Yeah.
Or starting on that time. So I maybe thinking this first season starts in October, and then November, and then December, and then they have some in January, and it leads right into that DLC. Then they could do it again once they announce, the new Megas. I mean, I'm sure Mega Raichu's X and Y, you just get them when you have the game or that
Right.
DLC.
Right.
Yeah,
But
more
like,
likely.
yeah, but like with the speculative other Megas that will be introduced with that, that could be what they're doing with that as well. At least to keep it going as the current mainline Pokemon game, because Scarlet and Violet is still going to do its thing. It's the traditional Pokemon battling game.
Yeah.
That's still going to be doing this thing on the side too. Now the interesting thing about that as well is because next year they're going to release Pokemon Champions, which is going to
Mhm.
be their dedicated battler for not just
Yep.
Switch and Switch 2, but mobile.
Yep.
So this could also be an effort to kind of get us kind of used to. And, I mentioned that because that's going to also have Mega Evolution supported as well,
Mhm.
as I think as well as the Terra Evolution from Scarlet Violet. So that might be their way of trying to control the ecosystem of like these Mega Evolution stones and whatnot. So
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's very fascinating. I'm glad we talked about that.
Yeah.
That's very
Okay.
interesting.
Yeah, because I was curious as to what the fuss was in regards to that. But to your point, yeah, I mean, you got to start figuring out how to make this last longer, how to stop those
Yeah.
leaks. But then also too, I'm pretty sure Pokemon Home plays a strong part, because I think the key thing, another thing people were mad about was once you put stuff in ZA, it ain't coming out. Like
Yeah.
you can't
Yeah.
send it back to an older game at this point. But I think Champions will then in turn start being the house for a lot of this battling, which
That
rightfully
and
so.
Home. Yeah.
Yeah, like it rightfully so. Like, okay, stories are good enough for them to only be within Pokemon and not have to worry about the battling aspect in there too. So if I can go through the single player, catch my Pokemon, go through the story, train them up, have fun, and then it's like, all right, cool, I want to battle, send them over to Champions.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, let's go out here and see what they can really do. And then I think Sansom, you said and mentioned a while back that in itself will help with the balancing, because now you don't have to worry about that in the main game because this multiplayer is separate.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's interesting. I think, like you said, it provides longevity for the game, because there'll be those people who get like all the mega stones right away, and then it's not going to be anything left for them to do.
Right.
Or going to do that thing where they decide that they're going to, like you said, back with the Mario Kart, like they're going to try and find the best build and then just be done with it after that point. Then everybody wants to use that build. So
Yeah.
to kind of spread them out, and it's interesting because I feel like almost everybody wants the Greninja one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like,
Oh, yeah,
that's
that's
the
the most
last
That's the one I
out of
want.
the three.
Yeah.
That's coming.
I want
So,
Chestnut because I'm that guy.
I need Greninja. Boy.
I mean, I'll definitely get all three, of course. But if I'm a use one, it'll probably
Yeah.
be Chestnut, or at least try to.
Yeah, so I think that's interesting that they put it like that. But to the original conversation, my take on it. So
Yeah.
firstly, what I want to say is, and I kind of talked about this with Geronimo before. There's a difference between cut content and the DLC that we're given.
Yeah.
Now, this is how I see cut content. Now, tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong, chat. To me, cut content is when a game comes out or they show off a game and they say, buy the deluxe version and you get this, and this.
Mm-hmm.
But if I buy the standard version, I'm not privy to that content. To me, that's
Right.
cut content because
Yeah.
the content
Yeah.
is already in the game.
Right.
But you want extra for it, but it's already part of the code that's already in the game itself.
Yeah, that's cut content for sure.
Cut content is watch it and don't get me wrong, Exodia. Don't get me wrong. I'm still buying the James Bond game, but cut content to me is pre-order this game and you get access to this, and this. So if I don't pre-order the game,
You
I
don't
don't
get it.
get access to that.
Yeah.
That's cut content
Yeah.
because it's already in the game. They've already made it. It's already done. It's there for you in the game.
So Geronimo, real quick,
Mhm.
doesn't Crossworld do that? Can you not get the Werehog if you don't pre-order?
You know what? I think that is the case, and then that sucks. I haven't seen a way to. Oh, well, okay. So Sega, they haven't said this that they won't have it available yet. But for right now, if you did not pre-order, you cannot race as the Werehog. Now, they've done something similar to that with what was the other game? Was it Shadow? I think it was Shadow Generations last year when it first came out. There was some pre-order thing of like a skin or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then after a little bit of time, they did put it up to as a separate purchase or a separate download or something. Now I think they just did that because they keep like, I don't know, they want email subscriptions up or I don't know, whatever.
Right.
They like that over there, Sega account, whatever. But yeah, as it is now, you cannot get the Werehog without if you did not pre-order the game, which does suck. It sucks. He comes with his own little music from the Unleashed game, so you know
Yeah.
what it is.
About the only time I ever use them.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I also think so. In the same vein, right? I don't think obviously this isn't cut content, but this is also a practice that I don't like. When they tell you that if you pay for the deluxe version of this game, you get to play it a certain amount of days early.
Yep.
Nah, you pay the regular
That's
price. You're playing the game late. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like all intentions for that game to be ready for that day for the early buyers, but that was the
Right.
day that they really chose to have that game ready and available.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I did get the digital deluxe for Crossworlds, but the only reason why was because there was a very good deal on one of those key sites on PC. If it wasn't for that, I would have never paid $90 to play that days early, or well, not even days early, just to get all the content with me.
Yeah.
But usually, I don't like that practice either.
Yeah. So when we're looking at you know, Mega Raichu X and Mega Raichu Y, I know a lot of people are saying that's cut content. I don't believe that.
No.
There's nothing.
We don't have evidence. Like
Exactly. We don't
like
have
Geronimo said. The only piece that I can relate it to, and this is where my thought is going with this, is that every Mega Evolution that we've seen so far, and I'm not talking about like Mega Victory Bell where they kind of showed the little like teaser thing, but like when they actually showed the Mega, everyone that we've seen up until this point, we've gotten gameplay for that same day. The only two that we haven't gotten gameplay for is Mega Raichu X and Mega Raichu Y.
Yep.
So that pushes me to believe that the content that they're making, and plus, like Jack said, it's not just that. It's also more story to come with that afterwards.
Yep.
I think that it could have been easily like a Breath of the Wild situation where they started off with ideas and they were like, you know what, this has got to be separate DLC. Like,
there could be just something else with that that's just not quote unquote compatible with how this base game is going to be when we get in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think the first thing that we have to look at overall is like what really, because I feel like that's a blanket statement, right?
Yeah.
Cut content. You know what I'm saying? Like, what does that really mean?
It just fits confirmation biases of
That's
anything.
it.
Yeah. And a lot of these developers do that in the first place, right? The first even if you didn't see a trailer or anything like that from the latest Elden Ring game, you know, or what have you, the first question comes up is like, are you guys going to be continuing to support this product?
Yeah.
And normally it's like, you know, we got plans for DLC, or we don't have plans for DLC at that point.
Yeah.
You can't say that's content because it came after the game. So what's the difference between them showing off a trailer of content that they're already working on and somebody saying, yeah, we got DLC coming soon? It's the same exact thing.
It's the same thing.
Yep. This DLC isn't even coming day and date when the game drops.
Right.
Yep.
So it may not even be done yet. Like,
which that's a common thing. I mean, it's, and I think that's another thing. And I'm sorry to cut you off, but
wow, you're good.
it is one of those things of I was watching an interview. There was this guy that was a previous EA dev. He got brought onto an interview to kind of have a conversation about Madden and kind of the changes that happened and where he felt like things went wrong with Madden moving forward. And one of the key things he kept mentioning in this interview was, yeah, we would have these great ideas and have these big ideas, and then come 6 months before the game comes out, we're not even done with half of the stuff we need to have done. Like, we got all linebackers that got Brett Favre head, and we haven't finished majority of the game, and it's supposed to be out in 6 months. So he was like, sometimes the idea is too big for the time frame. So I would imagine this story content, or even these megas with Raichu, is like, okay, we're in the middle of development. That would be dope. Somebody could have walked in the room and was like, yo, check out what I did with Raichu. Like, all right, we can't put him in there day one, but we'll put him in there a little bit later on. So let's set up some DLC for it. Like, there's like, this is forever evolving situations. There plenty of times where I would imagine everybody here has worked on a project and you set out with a vision, but then things change in the middle of the vision. Is that simple? And then with this having a timetable, because we all know Pokemon has a strict timetable. It's like, we can't afford to push this. We got to get this out before we get Gen 10 out. So if you're gonna do it, put it as DLC, because we can't afford to push this game back any further in order to get this in there.
So, Jack, I found out after doing some further reading
Amazing
we
what
don't-
reading does.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you just start knowing more things, and then, I like doing that.
I think people read real quick, but they don't actually read.
To
Like,
comprehend.
listen. When you read the Bible, make sure you get multiple interpretations. Start off in
Yep.
the children's section,
Yep.
move all the way to the New King James section. And I swear to you,
Mm.
the words don't change, but your interpretation may be skewed, and you may learn some stuff within it. But I say all that to say, guess what I found out about this online and these megastones?
Uh-oh.
They are only locked behind online for the Kalos mega evolutions. Nobody else.
That is interesting because I know people. Because that honestly, that they're doing that too, and they're doing that too because back in the day when they introduced them, because the Kanto starters got
Mhm.
mega evolutions, but back then, all the way back to 2013, me and my friend group, everyone, we all said the same thing. Why don't the Kalos stars have mega evolution?
Mhm.
Now they do, but here's the catch.
Right.
So it's like they know they got it and they know we want it. So
Yep.
and I mean,
Yep.
baseline, if you're gonna battle or anything, you're gonna pay for the online. Like,
Yeah.
so
And
just
you can't. It says also too, you can't use all three megastones on a team.
no, it's
Yeah,
it's always been one.
Yeah.
Or if you do have three, like three Pokemon, they all are holding one. You can only Mega Evolve one during
Yeah.
that battle, and after that, if they get O-Code after they evolve, then GG, then figure it
Yeah.
out.
I think this
Whatever.
one. So the way the game sounds like is that you can evolve multiple Pokemon to Mega Evolve on your team, but you
Mm.
have to build up the stone, the Power Stone, in order to be able to.
Sounds like a meter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
However,
That makes sense for this battle style. Yeah.
Yeah, but however, you can't. You can only have one Kalos Pokemon with their Mega Stone on your team. You can't put all three of them on there.
That's interesting too.
So
Huh.
yeah. So I say all that to say,
That's
reading
interesting.
wins every time. So
Yeah.
the answer is
Yeah.
no. It is not locked behind the Megastones and Obtainment are not locked behind NSO. It's just only for the Kalos Pokemon.
Okay.
Just the three.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Crazy. Now watch how that gets spun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta spin it.
And you can't even get Mega Evolutions. You can only get it if you don't you have online? But I'm just saying.
And everybody's got online until June
right.
for free.
For free. Ain't
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Locked behind a paywall. Boy,
That
I
is
tell
something.
you, these days.
That is something.
Mama, he said we couldn't get no ice cream. Why? Because we had to go up to the ice cream truck and get it. How much was it? Well, they was just handing it out. So then why didn't you go up there and get one? Because I had to go to the ice cream truck and get it.
I had to walk. There
Right,
you
I
go.
have to walk. Yeah.
Boy, I tell you, they be on something else. Exodia said this knowledge is really inconvenient for my agenda.
See, this is why Nintendo should be stopped. The Pokemon Company, Game Freak, it's Game Freak every time.
They're
Right.
anti-consumer. I'm
Oh,
telling you.
there it is. That's
That's
the
the word
that's
of
the
the generation,
buzzword. I
boy.
cannot
That's
stand
it.
seeing that.
That's it. And you know what's so funny?
Man.
You know what's so funny? It always goes into, but this is not even Nintendo. Like this is
Right.
this is the Pokemon Company. Well, they own them.
Well, they own part of it, so they can. They,
They
have a say
split up
so.
in thirds. Yeah.
No, that's not how
No.
it works.
Because I haven't read how the partnership works, and I'm pretty sure you haven't, sir.
Yeah.
Who's making this accusation? So
Right.
I don't know, man.
Pretty
It
sure
is split
Pokemon
three
does
ways,
whatever they
but
want.
we don't know the full gist of that period. We know there's 3 parts ownership, but other than that, we don't know the full nitty gritty of
Yeah,
it.
man. For the most part, Nintendo may
Yeah.
say "Hey, these Pokemon games stay here. That
That's
might be
no,
That's
that is what. Yeah, that is really that's their third. They're like, it's here. It's like, all right,
That's it.
That's it.
you're right.
Do what you want to, but it's here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying is like the hate is gonna come around and people are gonna push that agenda. It's so funny.
They still buy it though.
Listen, the Switch 2 has had the same rinse and repeat. Where is that thing at? Let
Oh,
me
the
see.
Oh,
picture?
that thing, yeah, picture.
Yeah,
I saved it somewhere. I think I saved it
where is that dang thing
specifically.
at? Here it is.
Oh, you got it.
Yep. Game comes. Oh wait. We start at the beginning. Game announced. People think Switch 2 can't run it. Early build of the game gets a closer look. FPS looks a little choppy. Doom posters spread misinformation. This is where we're at right now. Doom
Yeah.
posters spread misinformation claiming it can't run. Final build of the game is shown off with FPS looking much less choppy. Game comes out, the gameplay is fine, and misinformation is proven false, and Doom posters ignore it. And then you go back to the same thing, rinse and repeat.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same with information. It's like, oh, we found out this information about this. Bad news is coming for the Switch. Bad news is coming for the Pokemon Company. I don't know if you want to buy this. And I feel like the word the word of the year is greedy.
Oh yeah.
It is. Yeah, it is. Everything is greedy. This costs this much. Greedy.
Yeah.
But I don't know a business, and anybody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know a business that was like, you know what, we're gonna strive to get this amount and we're gonna stop. I don't know a business that does that. The part of a business is to continue to make money by any means necessary. Some go the very scummy route. Some they try to stay as genuine as possible.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can't say that they're scummy or anti-consumer or they're greedy. They're a business. Their whole life and job is to make money and get the most of it.
Yep.
Y'all be forgetting. Nintendo is greedy and evil, right? Can I get a hate? Nintendo. Hate.
Hey.
Hey.
I hate Nintendo. When I wake up every morning, I brush my teeth, I wash my face, make my coffee. I scream in the mirror 3 times in a row. I hate Nintendo. I hate Nintendo. I hate Nintendo. And I start my day.
Got the toothpick at the side.
Oh yeah.
I hate everything about you. I hate the way you look. I hate the stupid games that you put in your. I hate the way you control. I hate the way you turn on. I hate the way you turn off.
Yep. This is
I hate
nothing
the
but
way
the
you
haters
connect to my
ball, man.
TV.
Haters ball for sure.
The haters ball.
Hey,
A lot of them
hey,
Twitter
hey,
don't know
hey,
about
hey.
that.
Hey,
I grew up with the Wii U and Fun Nintendo with the kooky antics and the 6-month to 9-month releases. But anyway,
Boy,
hate
those some
your
hard
fans.
times, boy.
rough,
I hate the way you
rough,
I hate the way
rough.
you snap on to each other. I hate your screen. I hate the way you look at me. I hate how you ask me for my password every time I get on.
Yeah, oh man. Nintendo should become a non-profit. Yo, that's what they want for
Hey,
real. They want
they
the
really
game
do want
free. They want to be able to download it. Not ask for a credit card, no PayPal, no nothing. I hate Nintendo's.
I tell you, some people, they disgusting, boy.
He said, I hate Nintendo. It's part of my morning prayer.
Oh man. Oh man.
Nintendo ripped me off.
Yo, they forced my hand. They made me buy it. They knew I said these are the best 3D Marios after Odyssey came out. They made me buy each one. They made me download the 4K update on Switch 2. It's their fault they did it.
It's
Yeah.
their fault. Cash the pocket. Why did they do me like that?
When I saw that, I was like, why are y'all angry, bro? Y'all was touting these best games forever. They were among going, man, I would love Mario Galaxy to come for the Switch and Switch 2. Nintendo said, bet.
That made it even worse. They even said that they would pay $60 for Galaxy 2 by itself. The game
Right.
shows up at $40 and they lose their mind.
Why
That's
wasn't
all
this
I can
included with the Mario 3D All-Stars?
Because it wasn't. All right, that's about all I can tell you. That's all I can tell you.
I mean, I would have liked that, but I wasn't over here punching.
I
the
think
air or
everybody
anything.
would have enjoyed it, but
Yeah, but I wasn't like Nintendo's the worst company of all time this year and this year only or whatever. I
oh,
don't
you're
know.
a shill. You're a shill.
Right.
Dreamcast got, when I need a good laugh, I would watch a Dreamcast
Yeah.
video.
You
I
should.
don't jump on. I don't
Yeah.
jump on watching Dreamcast videos, but
I regret
every
buying
now and
Virtual
then-
Boy. Yo, that's gonna make that, depending on the channel, that's gonna rack up enough views to probably just equal what they paid for that or whatever. The buying the thing. Yeah.
I'm looking to drop. I'm looking to drop so I can play it, and I'll let y'all know how it is. We may start doing video. You know what? We'll get into that in the end, please.
yeah.
But with that being said, speaking of MPs, that is going to be it for our Stormcast. FL said, "Let them cry. These trolls got what they wanted, and now they look like clowns."
Preach. Preach.
So with that being said, we are gonna get up out of here. But before we leave, Geronimo, what you got for us?
It's always great to be here on the show. As far as the channel is concerned, I put out my physical game pickups for July and August. I put into the last 2 months because July was kind of dry for what I was grabbing. Next video, I'm gonna work on a Sonic Racing Crossroads video. No, it's not gameplay. It's gonna be more of a discussion, kind of predictions video. So that should be fun. I'll try and get. I'll get that out before the end of this week coming up. Other than that, just gaming.
All right, Jack, what you got up for us?
Once again, thanks for having me on. I have started recording gameplay now that I've gotten everything worked out with this capture card.
Nice.
I guess you call it a capture card because it's the AverMedia Extra Go. I had to have
Okay.
some conversations back and forth with AverMedia, but they helped out.
That's what's up.
Yeah, it's so weird because you always hear like use Nintendo's products, like use the ones that they gave you, otherwise the product may or may not work. And the charging wise, no, that wasn't correct, but at least the HDMI cable, yeah, like this thing will not display to my monitor without the HDMI cable. But I have a random cable for my TV and it works just fine. I don't know. Anyway, but either or, I can also record directly on the SD card as well if I don't want to do it that way. But yeah, I'm gonna start doing some footage for the channel just to start putting some gameplay up for a lot of these games that I have. But then outside of that, man, I want to do another video in regards to Xbox and kind of the direction I think they're trying to go and what they're trying to do. Right now, as it looks like they are doing a lot of self-sabotaging at this point in time. I don't know what. It's disgusting right now.
Secondhand embarrassment right now.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
man.
pretty freaking bad. But outside of that, man, we had the album released 2 days ago. This past Thursday, the Rebirth album. I appreciate everybody's response and love and feedback for the album so far, and it's only been 2 days. So I am thoroughly surprised. We had the video drop on the 3rd as well. So we have our conversation tomorrow to go over the entire album. So that'll be the listening party. So the Winging It podcast will be a little different tomorrow. So that's still 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but we will be going through the album and listening to all the tracks and doing something a little fun too. Jay had some interesting ideas of what he wanted to do as well. So if you want to listen to some good music and just kind of hang out with the crew, come through at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Winging It podcast.
All right, and Vito, what you got up for us?
So still working on that review for the Rebirth album. So check
Yo,
that
yo.
out when it comes out.
Nice.
It probably will come out Monday because I'm still doing I'm juggling like 2 different projects, which is my hot drops and doing this review for the Rebirth. So kind of juggling between those 2 right now. So all of that should be able to be dropped on Monday because I want to make sure I'm editing it right. Definitely had to do it a different way, Jack, because you definitely put 21 tracks on there. I couldn't do it the way I wanted to do it.
Without the deluxe day one.
Blame TJ for that. Blame TJ because had we had time to release it, this would have came out in February. We had to push this out to October.
So I got like pretty much 2 albums in that one album. That should be like a double disc. You should have double disc that one. That was
I thought about it.
Disc 2. You know what I'm saying? But I got the artwork ready for it. You know, the thumbnails and stuff like that. So just stay tuned for that. And then the Vitoverse, we're gonna be getting into our spooky season. So we definitely gonna be talking about. Vitoverse is gonna be back. I'm sorry. Vitoverse has been gone for a minute, but Vitoverse will be back talking about our spooky season and all the upcoming scary movies coming out and just movies in general. You know what I'm saying? You know how the Vitoverse do. So we back on that tip. And then I'm gonna try to get some gameplay going on the Vito Variants channel, which is totally dry, has nothing on it. And I keep saying that, but I keep doing stuff for the other channels. So Vito Variants ain't getting too much love right now. So I gotta do something on that. So definitely stay tuned for all that. Nunami, we did the episode yesterday. Sandstorm came through, talked about Demon Slayer movie. So check that out when y'all get a chance.
See that.
And on top of that, I know a lot of y'all in the chat is anime fans. So just come through anyway, man. Just join that Nunami on Friday. Every other Fridays is whatever Fridays the Vitoverse is not live. So definitely, man, just come through, man. We'd love to have y'all there. As of right now, we know what I'm saying, we just been kind of talking amongst ourselves, but we'd love to talk to y'all as well. You know what I'm saying? Whoever's in the chat. So definitely come through, see what's going on, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right. And for us, like Vito said yesterday, we were on Nunami. Definitely go over there, hit the subscribe button, so you guys can be a part of those talks. We do have some great conversation as far as the animation and things go. Today was a Stormcast every Saturday at 7 o'clock. You know how we do what we does. Heads up, if you weren't here earlier, I made I publicly asked, but Geronimo is going to head off the Stormcast for next week because I will not be here. So don't worry, you know, he'll get all the information and all that stuff. So y'all be good. Great conversation. Tomorrow is the Winging It podcast. Like Jack said, it's going to be a special podcast for us to check out the album. I'm really excited for it. I've actually been actively holding out to listen to it so you can have my live take on it tomorrow. So yeah, I like to do everything live, man. Like reactions, all of that. And outside of the song that like we've done together, I really haven't heard anything. So it's like it's as live as it's about to get.
It's about to be lit.
And then Monday is the Jill podcast. I will be there if the Jill podcast actually happens on Monday. I feel like there's something I'm missing, and I know as soon as I get off, I'm gonna be like, pause. I'm gonna be like, dang, I forgot to say that too. It's not coming to mind right now. But thank you everybody for coming through. Thank you Triple M, Jay Biggs, FL, Jazzy, Dion Holloway. Hey, hit the subscribe button. We really appreciate you coming through. That's a new name we haven't seen here. Squared, thank you for coming through. Elvis showed up. Flipping the Switch. Shout outs to Flipping the Switch. We are actually going to have him on the channel very, very soon.
Hey.
Let's see. Thank you, Angry Vigil, for the topic, because he's actually one who threw out the topic in the first place. Thank you, Ibs. Juice Man Vaughn came through. Held it down, Exodia. The moderators, Brand Smith. Poison was in here. Did anybody see Dark Void? I felt like Dark Void was in here.
I didn't see him.
He didn't post at all, so yeah, work might be swamped at work or something.
Okay. Other than that, thank you guys so much for coming through. We really appreciate it. Make sure you hit the like button on your way out, and we will see you guys later.
Peace.